up, Frenchie? How you doing? OBS updated and they changed things. I hate change. I'm so used to everything looking a very specific way. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm sure you saw from the stream title we had a change in plans. I do have every intention of going back and finishing Ninja Gaiden, but man, I just was jonesing for more Final Fantasy. I didn't want to stop, so we're back to Final Fantasy. Yeah, I'm starting it today. Hadn't started it yet. Correct, Ray. You don't have audio yet, so that doesn't even work. And you spelled Fatal Frame 2 wrong. What up, chat? We're dropping Ninja Gaiden for now. We will return to Ninja Gaiden because I was legitimately enjoying it, but in your stream last night, chat, you were like, I wish you would just actually marathon through games. Or through series, and I realized I also wanted to just keep marathoning through Final Fantasy, so why should I switch? I'm just gonna keep going. I fucking love these games too much to stop. So it's your fault, because I also wanted... This isn't because I don't want to finish Ninja Gaiden. I was having fun with Ninja Gaiden. I am gonna finish it. It's just that I legit really wanted to keep playing Final Fantasy. This is so loud on my end. One sec. Why is it so loud? Audio settings in here. Maybe warm up to it more? Oh, I don't dislike this game. I've beaten this game like 3 or 4 times, dude. I played this game a bunch. I just don't think it's one of the better Final Fantasies, that's all. I don't think it's a bad game. Yeah, 5's the one that I've never beaten. I've beaten this game, at least 3 different versions of this game. I've beaten this version, I've beaten the 3D remake, and I've beaten... I think the Game Boy Advance version was the first one I ever beat of Final Fantasy 4. So yeah, I beat this game a bunch. Better than Final Fantasy 7? That is a retarded take. It's not even in the ballpark. Worst Ray take yet. That may be the worst take you've ever had. Speedrun it, no can do, Frenchie. We got to get every achievement, my man. It's going to be a slow run. I kind of speedran it last time. I was looking at my like achievements. So like I beat this game in just over 14 hours last time I played through it. So that was basically a speedrun. FF7 is a overrated piece of trash. No, that is such a stupid take. That's an awful take. Final Fantasy 7 completely deserves its entire reputation. It's one of the greatest games ever made. It's not my favorite Final Fantasy, but it's way the hell up there. It's probably my second favorite. Second or third. It's kind of hard to call between 7 and 10 for me. My brain hurts when I read these things. 9 is definitely my number 1. 10 and 7 are like neck and neck. They're both such masterpieces that I probably would say whichever one I played more recently is my favorite between the two. Audio. No. Audio, there we are. Okay, OBS updated. All of my audio options look different and changed. Some audio things may be messed up. I'll have to figure it out, like, as things come up. Whether or not certain audio things are working. In fact, let me test clips. Freaking OBS updates, Mang. Here, let's shout out Shad and see if we have audio on that. I don't know if that clip will have audio or not. You hear that, right? It's kind of quiet, but do you hear it?
Okay. Oh,
you do have audio. Dude, what a good game. Resident Evil 3 was a good game. I liked that more than I remembered on replay. It was the exact opposite of Zero. I remember liking Zero and ended up hating it on replay, and I remember thinking 3 wasn't that great, and I really liked it on a replay. That's a fun game.
Oh, he's fucked up. He's like bugging right now. Oh, cheese the fuck out of here. Hell yeah.
How's the audio level? Is it too quiet compared to the game, or is it good?
I lucked out. Did you drop anything? That's funny.
Because for me, the game's a lot louder. Sounds about good, but I'll have to hear a bit more. We'll do another shout out. You should have said you... Oh, sure. Let me try shouting out... Who else is here? Is anyone else here that streams yet? Sadly, Frenchie does not. Alright, we'll shout out someone else. Let's do, who's the big boob girl that Paul likes? What's her name? Like Paul's favorite movie streamer? MJ, that's true. MJ Plays is the one that, that's the one Shat likes. Paul likes the other girl. There's Shat, or, Dry's favorite. How's the audio on this one?
Yeah.
She's kind of quiet.
The first one is dancing. Oh.
Should I turn the... I'll turn the audio up a little bit on the clips.
So we're gonna test this. I guess I'm allowed to dance now.
Oh my god, she's gonna start dancing. How did she get away with this, dude? Man, Dry's gonna be sad he missed this one. This is a good clip. Poor Dry. Alright, I think we're good there on audio. What up, Fat Mario? Don't look! That was an 18+ clip. What's up, dude? Let's check text-to-speech. Text-to-speech. Why not working? Why is it not working? See, OBS updates, man, they break shit. Have I ever read The Invisible Man? I have not. I've never read it, no. H.G. Wells? That's H.G. Wells, right? I've never read it. I would be interested in reading it. It might be good. Alright, well, we're gonna have to live without text-to-speech. I don't know why it's broken, and I don't even remember what bot it comes from. I have it set up as its own audio channel completely. The audio is on. Not The Invisible Man, just Invisible Man, different book. In that case, no, I've never even heard of it. What about sound alerts? Let's test sound alerts. Someone use a sound alert. I don't have Twitch open to test it myself. Can somebody do one? And maybe do a redeem as well, like with the video while you're at it. Okay. Okay, they all have audio. Everything except text and speech is working. They're a little quiet, though. So it could be that just the server for text to speech is down. It may not be on my end. All right, cool. I'm gonna call that good then. All right, neat. All right, I wanted to check. So I was saying I got very distracted there. Frenchie said to speedrun this game. I can't. I have these achievements left to do, and some might take a long time. I need to make sure I get all the sealed equipment. I need to get every hero, all party members to level 70. Now, I looked this one up. This only includes party members that you have at the end game, apparently. So, like, spoiler, if, like, an old sage died halfway through the game, I would not have to get that old sage up to level 70. I only need to get everyone that you actually have at the end of the game up to level 70, so I'll do that. I gotta get the pink tail, exchange that for the adamant armor. And of course, get every chest and hidden item, visit every map location. All right. So I need a list of missables to make sure I don't skip any stuff that's missable. Other than that, we'll just play through normal. I think that I bookmarked a page for this last night when I decided to play this today. All right, missable and optional content guide, just to make sure I don't miss shit. So it looks like the missables are... where was it? Data list. There's like 3 dungeons, I think, that go away after visiting them once. And so basically, I think as long as I don't miss anything in those 3 dungeons, I think that I'm good. It's like, what, the Tower of Zot had missables. Okay, so Kaipo Oasis is the first place that has missables, I think. I think I can ignore that. I don't know. All right. Cecil, Rosa, Edge, Pain, and the Summoner Girl to level 70. Rydia. Yeah. Yo, Retro, what up, dog? All right, let's actually start this shit. I like this game. I don't love this game. I like this game. I do think it's one of the weaker Final Fantasies, but it's still good. They're all good. I do think Cecil's one of the best, like, MCs. Thanks for the raid, dude. I would certainly up, like, pre-7, pre-Cloud. I think Cecil's the best main character. I think he's a pretty good character. Captain, we will arrive at... Oh, I gotta fix the text. We will arrive at Baron shortly. Very well. His dope character in this, going from a Dark Knight to a Paladin, is actually really... I agree 100%. The only problem is that Cecil's character arc largely ends, like, a third of the way into the game when he becomes a Paladin. Like, he doesn't really develop much more beyond that. There's still some interesting, like, narrative stuff, like finding out about his brother and everything, but like his character doesn't really change from that point on, you know? What up, 3 times? The captain seems kind of down. But for like an early 16-bit game, it's still pretty good. It's pretty darn good storytelling. The biggest weakness of this game is they wouldn't commit to killing anyone. They're always like, oh, X character died. JK, he's fine. Oh no, this guy died. Just kidding, he's fine. Like, they just keep bringing people back. I think they focused on the relationship with Rose after that, and Kane being wishy-washy bitch. Yeah, why is Kane so popular? I've never liked Kane. I know he's really popular for some reason. I think Kane kind of sucks. After what we did, who wouldn't be? Dragoons are cool, but Kane is sort of lame. Yo, spoiler, this game's only 40 years old, man. All right, 30. After what we did, who wouldn't be? Orders are orders, but killing innocent people to get the crystals isn't right. Golbez doesn't die. That's not even a true spoiler. Does he? It's not one of my favorite games, but I'm pretty sure Golbez doesn't die. Doesn't he just go back with the moon people at the end or something? Maybe I'm forgetting, but I thought Golbez lived. He dies. Oh, now that is a spoiler. I've never played After Years, but since I probably never will, that's fine. I don't really care about the After Years. The Red Wings are supposed to protect people, not harm them. I'm an evil Dark Knight. I'm not supposed to harm people. That's enough. But Captain, surely you won't condone what we've done. All of you, listen well. The raid on Mysidia was imperative for Baron's prosperity. The Mysidians know too much about the crystals. Their very possession of one is a threat to Baron. I heard After Years is not very good, and yeah, I just never liked 4 enough to play a sequel to it. Most of the later added epilogues never hit for me. You don't like Titus kicking a bomb, thinking it's a blitzball and blowing his own head off? The most infamous epilogue? His Majesty ordered we obtain their crystal, and as soldiers of the Royal Air Force were sworn to obey. You didn't know about that? Was it a radio drama? Audio drama, whatever? I believe so, yeah. I've never actually read it, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just passing on what I've heard. Captain. Captain, monster sighted, dead ahead. Prepare for battle. I'm gonna not lie though, I don't really like Dark Knight Cecil. I think he's kind of whatever until he becomes a paladin. He's so much better as a paladin. I don't like the special ability of the Dark Knight, where you like take damage to do more damage. He's basically Kylo Ren. Are you alright? We've got more hostiles. Damnation. It's a zoo. But Paladin Cecil's freaking cool. Also, I'm gonna go back and forth between calling him Cecil and Cecil. I'm never sure which one's right, and I never stick to one, so get used to that. I think it's supposed to be Cecil, but I do just say Cecil sometimes. Is everyone okay? All accounted for, sir. We've been encountering more monsters than ever lately. There's no end to them. Could it be some kind of omen? I think it's Cecil, but usually, yeah. It's just not clear enough. Captain, we're now approaching Baron. Very well, prepare for landing. Oh, dude, speaking of, I'm very, very happy. Did you see that the remaster of Bravely Default's no longer in Switch 2 prison? That got a surprise PC release today. I was so happy. I bought it immediately. I freaking love that game, and I was so mad, but it was announced as a Switch 2 exclusive, because it was the only game on the Switch I wanted. There was nothing else on that stupid console I give a shit about, but I was really mad that Bravely Default remake or remaster was stuck there. Well done. So the crystal is now ours. Now we just need Bravely Seconds to get a remaster so I can have the whole series on PC. The Mysidians put up no resistance. In fact, they were completely defenseless. We just slaughtered all the women and children. Is this pity I perceive? Humph. Come, Captain. His Majesty awaits. Yeah, it's on sale right now. I think it's only like 35 bucks or something on Steam, which honestly, that's a great deal. That's a fantastic game, and it's really long. $35 is a good price for it. I have no problem with that. Bravely Default 2 is on the Switch. Well, yeah, but Bravely Default 2 also got a PC release, so I don't care if something's on the Switch. I just don't want it to be a Switch exclusive. I already had Bravely Default 2 on PC, but I wanted the remaster of the first one on PC. And now I want Bravely Second on PC, but that's never even got a remaster. That's still stuck on 3DS. You'll excuse me, Captain. I must speak to His Majesty in private. Please wait here. But those games are so good. Those are such great games. Speaking of, if you like job systems from Final Fantasy, if you've never played Bravely Default, you're crazy, because it's like the Final Fantasy job system, but like even better in a lot of ways. It's so good. Your Majesty, I'm afraid Cecil can no longer be trusted. He clearly questions your authority. He does. Your counsel is well heeded, Baigan. I hated the timeline resetting. You know, I've never beat it. I have heard other people say that the end of that game gets frustrating. I've never beat it, and the biggest reason I never beat it was well, no, I knew about that. That's not a spoiler to me. The reason I've never beat it was because I hated playing it on a freaking 3DS, man. I don't like playing long games on a 3DS because I don't like mobile gaming like that. So I've wanted that game to get like a proper PC release for years and years. I'm so glad it finally did. I've played a lot of it. I probably played the first 25 hours or so of that game, but I never beat it because I just got tired of holding the stupid little 3DS. I love handheld RPGs, but I get it. To me, it's comparable to cozying up with a book. Yeah. As long as I obtain the crystal, Cecil's transgressions matter little. Send him in. Yes, Your Majesty. Aren't they the same people that made Octopath Traveler? Dude, those guys are legitimately, like, quietly sitting over there in their little corner making some of the best modern JRPGs in the world. Octopath Traveler games are freaking great as well. They're so good. Captain, His Majesty summons you. And they're hard. Like, they don't make many modern RPGs that are as hard as Octopath Traveler. I love the aesthetic. Yeah, dude, it's really good. It's really good, but it's hard as hell. Like, eventually. It doesn't start that hard, but the difficulty keeps ramping up in Octopath Traveler, and it gets hard. I haven't played the second yet. I've only played the first. I did buy the second on sale, but I haven't played it yet. They were doing a 2D HD before. Yeah, they're the ones, they made the engine. It's their engine. The Kingdom of Baron hails your return. May I have the crystal? Although I gotta say, while they made the... I disagree, Ray. I think that game gets really hard. They made the engine, but I think that the Dragon Quest remake people perfected it. I don't think the HD 2D has ever looked as good as it does in the Dragon Quest remakes. Those games are freaking gorgeous. They look so good. Yes, Your Majesty. Handed over the water crystal. It looks genuine to me, sire. It is beautiful to behold. You're dismissed, Cecil. I'm gonna go pout and bang my hot girlfriend. How the hardest are the optional jobs, and even then they aren't that hard to get. All right, I guess it's an easy game. I struggled with it. I got stuck on like chapter 3 of the Thieves quest. I'm in like a cave, and I got stuck fighting this boss. Keeps whooping my ass. Your Majesty. Yes? Captain, what is it? Your Majesty, forgive me, but what are your intentions regarding the crystals? My men are confused and displeased at their orders. And what of you? Do you question my command? No, I only ask. Silence! Do not think your treachery has slipped past me. I trusted you, Cecil, but you leave me no choice. I hereby relieve you of the command of the Red Wings. Your Majesty. Now I charge you with another duty. Slay the phantom beast that plagues Mist Valley and deliver this bomb ring to the village of Mist. You leave tomorrow at first light. Your Majesty, I beg you to I implore you to reconsider. Okay. Cecil has done no wrong. Cade, if you're so concerned about your traitorous friend, you may accompany him. Your Majesty, now take the ring and be gone. Receive bomb ring.
For you and your grave loss. However, it will be impossible for us to help you.
Master, I implore you to reconsider.
Okay.
That's so good. The redeems are quiet. And Firebot's turned all the way up audio-wise. Let me see. Is it on my system? Did I turn it down? I don't. Yeah, no, I think you're right. It's quite on my end too. I think it's actually from Firebot. Let me see. Did it get turned down on here somehow? Maybe an update to my software that I use for those reset the audio or something. That does update occasionally. See if there's an audio setting somewhere. Uh... I don't see anywhere to screw with the audio, but why did it get quieter? Because it got quieter. It used to be louder than that, but everything seems to have the audio maxed out. So how did it get quieter? Oh yeah, I do need to fix the font. I will in a moment. Although, man, people freak out about that font. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, I agree it's worse, but damn, dude. Like, people were mad about that font. Wait, sound... just setting the... That doesn't help. Looks and feels wrong. I was mad too until it was an option. I agree that it looks way better with the more classic font, but I never was... I remember that was like the biggest, that was like the biggest complaint people had about this, and I always thought that was so weirdly overstated. Yeah, I don't see a way to make them louder. Other than going back to the actual original, like going to the actual clips that I made and maybe raising the audio on the actual media somehow. There's no way to make it louder in OBS or via Firebot. Would have made me actually hesitate to buy the remasters. I find it that bad. That's crazy. Received bomb ring. Your Majesty. I'm sorry, Kane. Once we've completed this mission, the king is bound to forgive us both. You'll command the Red Wings again in no time. Get some rest. Let's leave tomorrow's preparations to me. I gotta go bang my hot GF. I can't go to bed yet. Oh, that's awful. What a horrible filter. I've never looked at that before. Ew, that's so ugly. They just made it blurry as hell. It looks terrible. Get out of here with that crap. Standard. Also, let's start with original audio. I may switch it to the remix. You liked that? Dude, I hated it all blurry. I'd rather see the pixels than have it just be blurry. I've heard rather disturbing rumors regarding the king lately. Value your life, you'd best put king and country before anything else. Whatever others may say, I trust the king. His Majesty's acting very strange lately. You know what else this game, I may not be giving this game enough credit for? Like, what year was this game? Like 1992 or something? This is a pretty old game. And the relationship between Cecil and Rosa is actually kind of like really maturely handled, right? Like, they don't beat around the bush. They're not weird about like, ho, are they gonna kiss? It's just like, they're just in a committed relationship, and it's just a matter-of-fact thing that the game's not weird about. That was kind of rare back then. Mist Valley is northwest of Barren. With you and our Commander Kane joining forces, nothing will be able to stop you. What's wrong? I'm sorry to have dragged you into this. Don't be, I acted on my own free will. I mastered the dark sword on His Majesty's orders, but it was to protect Barren, not to plunder. You're not to blame. I'm sure the king has his reasons. I envy you, Kane. I envy the path you chose. I suppose I could have attained a higher rank had I become a Dark Knight, but my father was a dragoon, but he passed away when I was still young. I felt I could keep some sort of connection with him if I became a dragoon as well. I didn't mean to bore you with my stories. Anyway, I don't need your concern. The only thing you should be concerned about is slaying that beast tomorrow. I don't want to be the only one pulling his weight. I'll give as good as you, rest assured. That's more like it. We should get some sleep. We rise early tomorrow. You're my best friend, Kane. I'm sure you'll never betray me. I heard you required the crystal from Mysidia. I'm on duty. Leave me alone. There are 18 chests and 2 items to find in this castle. I doubt I can get them all right now. They should have made the name font the same size as the dialogue font, too. Who cares? Rose became a white mage for you, Cecil, to help you in any way she could. Please don't worry her too much. I do. Well, you care about dumb things. The king is brimming with vigor these days. I find it somewhat out of character. I'm currently studying basic white magic. 4 levels of cure. Spells are Cure, Cura, Curaga, Curaja. When did they drop the Ajas? When did they drop the J level spells? Does 5 have them? Does 6? I know that 7 doesn't. Was 7 where they dropped them? Ten has them, so they added them back for some. Cecil! Thank goodness you're all right. I was so worried. You left on such short notice. We're fine. I wish I could say the same for the Mysidians we slaughtered. Cecil, I'll come see you later, okay? Very well. We've locked up the Mysidian mages who opposed us, sir. You can talk to them through the bars. You won't get away with this, you hear me? Look at the little VVs. I do not expect you to spare us, but please return the crystal to Mysidia. You idiots don't know anything. The crystal isn't just any old jewel. Isn't Mysidia the name of a whole continent in Final Fantasy IX? The best Final Fantasy. Well, 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 look who's back. Rosa was worried sick about you. Aw, Sid. Don't you ever do that to her again, you hear? So, how are my airships? I'll bet you and your goons wrecked them up something awful. Hey, what's the matter with you, kiddo? Well, what? The king demoted you? What about the Red Wings? They'll be a mess without you. Come to think of it, the king's been acting peculiar for some time. His Majesty ordered me to build an airship for killing people. Everyone's worried about him. Anywho, be careful out there. Make short work of that mission and get back safe. Whoa, I have to start heading home. My daughter will kill me if I'm not back soon. Let's go explore more this way. By the way, I'm thinking that this won't really be relevant until 7, because 7's the first game where you kind of have like a lot of choices in how you build your team. In terms of like what characters you use. But I'm thinking I might have a poll for like what my main team should be and what my party should be in Final Fantasy VII. Like I always tend to use, obviously I think you have to have Cloud. Is it even an option not to have Cloud on the team? But I always use Sid, because Sid's my favorite character. And then I usually use Sid and Tifa. I've never actually used Tifa late game, ever. I usually use Sid and Vincent. That's usually my team. We're diligently working to develop more spells for actual combat. Basic spells like Fire and Blizzard aren't powerful enough to defeat many monsters, but I do seem to remember hearing about more potent spells. So yeah, I may have a little poll to be like, hey, who should I main? Maybe I'll end up with like a whack team, like, I don't know, Red 13 and who else would be a weird one that I feel like no one uses? Does anyone use Yuffie? Like Red 13 and Yuffie? Imagine that being like your end game party. Buried sacred treasures rest behind this wall, but access to that chamber is forbidden. We have to pull another all-nighter today. I'm so tired. Ares. Nothing will happen to her. Yeah, she'll be fine. Where did they settle on the official translation? Didn't they eventually settle on Aerith being like the official final word on it? TH. Have you seen Sid? He ordered us to serve as the airship, then just up and disappeared. Like, how is it spelled in the remakes, which I have not played? It is TH, okay. Ow, my arm's broken. Japanese voice actor pronounces it Arisu. Arisu! We'll defeat and laugh and try to forget about Mysidia. So much for the Red Wings' honor. I still can't believe what we did. This is war, boys. Quit being little bitches about it. Sometimes you gotta slaughter women and children. Sometimes they deserve it. Or the guy who plays Cloud does, I guess. If they didn't want us to massacre them, they should have given us the crystal. I've changed your sheets, sir. Oh, man. I wet my bed. I hear you depart early tomorrow morning. Good night. I pronounced it Yuffie until Kingdom Hearts came out and Sora called her. I always pronounced it Yuffie. Gonna need to change my sheets again after Rosa visits, if you know what I'm saying. What's happened to the king? He covets the crystals as though he's possessed. And it seems he'll resort to any means to get them. Nevertheless, I can't... I wonder if she has to change my sheets because I sleep in full armor. That's gotta get that bed pretty messed up. Nevertheless, I can't defy him. How could I cross the man who raised Cain in me like his very own, the chivalrous knight whom I've adored and admired since childhood? I will not betray him. I can't. Cecil. What's going on? You just returned from Mysidia, and now you must journey afar to battle some phantom beast? It's all too sudden. Everything's fine. Cecil, look at me. Oh, our little love song. In Mysidia, we killed innocent people to steal their crystal. It was horrible. But I suppose this is my fate as a Dark Knight. Soon I won't even feel remorse for my actions. You and I both know that will never happen. Still, I can't defy the king. I'm a hopeless coward. The Cecil I know would never whimper like a little pussy. The Cecil I love. You leave for Mist early tomorrow, right? Yes, but don't worry, Kane's coming too. I'll be fine, trust me. Please come back to me in one piece. The One Piece is real. Thank you, Rosa. Though as a Dark Knight, you know we can never truly be together. Why? You gonna explain that there, buddy? So, are you ready for some real combat? Always. Lead the way. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go kill stuff. One Piece, you suck. Oh, I love the Final Fantasy main theme. It's so good. And so, the Dark Knight Cecil was stripped of his command as captain of the Red Wings. He and the Master Dragoon Cain head for the Foggy Valley and the Village of Mist. The advent of the airship marked the realization of Baron's dreams, but also the birth of its militarism. With its Royal Air Force, the Red Wings, Baron soon reigned supreme. Now, as monsters multiply and stir unrest, Baron only exploits its power to collect the world's crystals. Why? The crystals merely shed their light in silence. So, what do we got? So far, I preferred the classic music for Final Fantasy 1. 2 is kind of a toss-up with both being great, and 3, I preferred the arrangement. I wonder which way I'll go on 4. I'm gonna start listening to classic for a while before we do the arrange. Man, 4 has a great world map song. It's a good one. All right. No reason to like grind at all. Like, might as well just kind of run through this shit. Because, you know, Cecil's gonna get reset to level 1 eventually anyway, and you know about Kane. Kane's just a piece of shit. It's gonna betray us anyway. You wish to go to Mist Valley? Then you must head to the cavern northwest of Baron. Stay away from Mist. Leave the village alone or something bad will happen. I know it. What's in this town? We got 6 chests and 7 more items. He tries to NTR Cecil. Very true. Yeah, I really don't understand why Kane's such a... Like, Kane is a really beloved character. Whenever they do, like, most popular Final Fantasy character polls, Kane always scores, like, super high. It's so odd to me that he's so popular. I don't get it. Just thinking about Dark Knights gives me the heebie-jeebies, but they're still pretty cool. Kane is lame, dude. No, I didn't spread any rumors about the king, really. Say, I'll show you something neat if you promise not to get me in trouble. Because Japan loves NTR. Talk to randos to find out what to do. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard not to know what to do with Final Fantasy IV. The beginning's really handholdy. Like, there's literally one way to go, and it's the right way. Kane is on the logo. Yeah, he's super popular. Literally, if you never have, check out, like, Final Fantasy character popularity polls with, like, every character in the whole series. Kane will score, like, top 10. And there's, like, 200 characters to pick from. He'll be, like, top 10 every time. He's really popular. He's symbolic of the game's theme of redemption. How is he... That's literally Cecil's entire character arc. He is symbolic of the game's themes of redemption. Just like the West loves weeaboo edgelords, that is why Final Fantasy VII is popular. That is not why Final Fantasy VII is popular. The edginess is part of it, sure, but that's not like, trying to break down that's why Final Fantasy VII is popular is ridiculous. Show me something neat. Oh yeah. Wait, she took her clothes off? Has she always thrown her dress off? I don't remember that part. Damn, anybody else kind of turned on right now? Tifa's bazongas, I would say, are a bigger reason than Sephiroth's edginess. Also, Sephiroth literally is that good of a villain. I think Sephiroth might still be the greatest video game villain of all time. He's way the hell up there. If he's not number 1, he's top 5 unquestionably. Like, Sephiroth is that awesome. Trying to break down Sephiroth is complex. That's one reason he's so good. Trying to be like, oh, he's just an edgelord is ridiculous. Like, he has way more going on for him than that. It's just a mama's boy. That's part of what makes him interesting. His mommy issues are part of what makes him interesting. The fact that he tries to be a cool, suave edgelord and then, like, loses his mind and goes, like, full-fledged psychopath is also interesting. Everything about Sephiroth's interesting. His motivations are interesting. He's just a great villain. He's intimidating. His relationship with Cloud is interesting. Sephiroth's a great villain. The fact that he looks awesome and he has a fucking like 10-foot long katana is just the icing on the cake. That door on the far west side of town leads to an old waterway that goes right up to the castle. But it's been locked for... Dude, that is the biggest sign of why Sephiroth's such a great villain. They do such an amazing job of like building him up and making you intimidated by him. This big horrifying creature that you're like going out of your way to avoid because it'll murder you in a second is just like impaled on a stake. And you're like, oh, Sephiroth's such a Chad that he just like impales this huge thing. He didn't give a fuck. Sephiroth's awesome, man. Your take is horrible, Ray. The king is gravely mistaken in ordering his men to master the dark sword. Granted, I'm on the very, very unpopular opinion that Life of Floyd, can't help but give my opinion, Kefka's a better villain than Sephi ever will be. I've heard other people share that opinion. I don't agree. I like Kefka. Kefka's a good villain. What up, Jeremiah? But I'm of the very unpopular opinion that Ardyn is actually now the best villain in Final Fantasy. I think Ardyn is very underrated because Final Fantasy 15 is not that well liked of a game. But taking away what people don't like about that game and just taking Ardyn as a character, his evil plan, his motivations for why he did it, how intimidating and effective he is, I think Ardyn is actually the best villain in Final Fantasy now. I think Ardyn's incredible. He's by far the best thing about Final Fantasy 15. 15's in my top 5. That's high praise. It's not in my top 5. I like it. It's not in my top 5, but I think Ardyn is an incredible villain. Cecil, can you tell my father to stop pulling all-nighters? Tiredness makes him so confrontational, he won't even listen to me anymore. What's more, he's been arguing a lot with the townspeople because they badmouth the king and the soldiers. He's trying to stick up for you and Kain, you know. Ardyn, if you watched and read all the additional material, yeah, that's the problem, Jeremiah. I 100% agree. I've said since the day it came out, Final Fantasy 15 probably has the best story in all of Final Fantasy, but it's really poorly told. It's almost like they played Dark Souls and they're like, hey, what if we like make our story kind of nonsensical unless you like do research outside of the game to make sense of it. And then if you actually go out of your way to understand the whole story, the story is incredible, but it's not told in the game that well. I've heard that might be somewhat fixed with like the episode Ardyn DLCs and shit, but I've actually never played those. I've only played the original release. I'm replaying 15 now, still don't really like it. I have some issues with the gameplay of 15. I don't like what they did with magic. Overall, I don't mind the general gameplay. Development hell caused a lot of that. Yeah, I don't mind the general gameplay. I hate how they treated magic, because I basically find magic worthless in the game, and that's a bummer. But other than that, I think the gameplay is pretty good. You're still going on about hating 7? The only thing interesting in 7 is Hojo, if he wasn't a clone of Hugo from Tales of Destiny. I've never played Tales of Destiny. 15 never really gave me the feeling of really hating Ardyn. Didn't exactly feel like the villain until later. Actually had a difficult time deciding if he was good or bad at first. That's part of what makes Ardyn really interesting. Ardyn is almost right. Like, I know that it's like a joke to be like, haha, he's like a gray area villain. Like, Ardyn is a villain. What he's doing is downright evil, but his motivations for why he's doing what he's doing are so strong that you still kind of agree with him and kind of side with him, because that guy got fucked over. He was like this great, amazing hero, and he got completely fucked over by the entire world. Like, anyone would be that pissed. I would probably want to destroy the world too if I was Ardyn. I think Ardyn's such a good villain. He's great. Hey, are you a bad guy? You sure look like one. I love that character, man. Like, I stand hard for Ardyn. Because yeah, I agree, I didn't hate him either. It's hard to hate him because it's like, damn, he's right. That's so not cool. I bet there's like a hidden wall in here or something. Where are all these freaking chests at, man? Evil, perhaps, not on the level of Kefka. He just seemed pure evil, didn't... Yeah. Wait, you're saying Kefka is pure evil? Because yeah, he absolutely is. Here we go. And that's fun with Kefka. I like Kefka. I like him. He's not one of my favorite villains, but he's fun. I think the problem with Kefka is he's so silly that he's not intimidating. Yeah, no spoilers for 16, please. I actually haven't played all the way through it either. I love what I've played, but I stopped playing it because I decided that I wanted to stream this series. So, I stopped like 20 hours in or something and decided to hold off until I streamed it. Love everything I've played so far in 16, but I'm far from beating it. Sir Cecil of the Red Wings, I haven't done anything wrong. I'm a good citizen. I pay my taxes. I'm not annoyed by the style change. Final Fantasy always changes gameplay styles. I'm fine with it. I would only be annoyed if they stuck with it and tried to make Final Fantasy an action series moving forward. As a one-off, I have literally no issue with doing it for a single game. None. I'm good with it. Just feelings of hate. Kefka literally succeeded in destroying the world. Most villains don't accomplish nearly that much. Arden did. Arden won. I know that that is a strong argument for Kefka. Like, look, he actually succeeded in destroying the world. So did Arden. Arden got just as far as Kefka did. Best story, though, I have to throw... I've never beaten Tactics. I'm too smooth-brained. I'm going to beat Tactics for the first time on stream. I've never beaten it before. I've tried. I've played it more than once, and I suck at SRPGs. I'm really bad at them. So I've never beaten it. We're to the ATB era now. I forgot it. Oh my god, Ray, you don't have to be, like... What's the word where, like, you have to disagree with, like, what everyone thinks on everything? What's the word for that? You don't have to be that on every topic, man. Sometimes you can agree with people. Sometimes. It's okay. But it's, do you have much experience with SRPGs? I mean, I've played a decent chunk of Fire Emblem. I've played Final Fantasy Tactics. I've played Tactics Advance. I've messed around in Disgaea a bit. I mean, I've played them here and there. I generally vastly prefer classic turn-based JRPGs, menu-based, but I don't hate tactics games. I'm just not good at them. I think the problem is I lack the patience for them a lot of the time because they tend to be very slow paced compared to like I can just hit the Y button, let them auto fight in these stupid basic easy fights here. It's so fast. We're in and out of the fight in 20 seconds. If this was a friggin' SRPG, we're talking like 4 to 5 minutes for every little fight. March of the Black Queen, 64, Let Us Cling Together. You know what? As I've been grabbing games for my emulators, I did grab the Ogre Battle games. So I grabbed Ogre Battle 64, I grabbed the original ones. I tried Tactics, struggled on regular difficulty. Yeah. I agree with Ray's take on Tactics that Ogre Battle's better. What? Who's there? I'm open to the Ogre Battle series, to giving them a chance. Because prior to Tactics Ogre, they weren't like the same type of SRPGs, right? Like they were more like what that Unicorn Overlord game is, sort of things, right? I've never played a game like that. I'm curious about that play style. Final Fantasy Tactics is very easy. Sure, Ray, but you literally claim every game ever made is easy. There has never been a game that you agreed was hard. Every game that's ever come up, you say, but actually that game is easy, and I beat it when I was 4 years old. So what is, that doesn't really mean anything coming from you. The game's notoriously difficult. I have a hard time believing anything he says now. I don't understand how tactics is supposed to work. I move any guy and he just gets ganked. It's just very slow. I don't know. I just wish it was faster. Another fun game I enjoy playing, at least. Legend of Dragoon. Legend of Dragoon is a good game. I haven't played it in like 20 years. It's been a long time, but I was a big fan of it. Yeah, that's a good game. I always wonder, it's like the no-brainer, like why the hell does Sony not remake this game? Like it's such like a slam dunk. Like Sony could have their own like immediately popular, recognizable JRPG series. Everyone loves Legend of Dragoon. Like, why the hell did like they had Blue Point, right? Why did they not just be like, hey, Blue Point, just remake Legend of Dragoon with good graphics, and that would sell a couple million copies, and it would make like a niche audience really happy. It's such a no-brainer. I was playing Dragoon last year, then went to Australia and lost track of it and haven't went back to it. It's a good game. I think that maybe it gets a little overrated sometimes because of nostalgia, because it's just been so long and there's no like easy way to play it in modern settings. So we mostly all remember it from when we were kids. Legend of Dragoon, played through it countless times, even though it wasn't among my favorites. Yeah, I only ever played it once, and I played it quite a bit later. Yo, what up, Vortex? I played it when I was in college, like 15-ish years ago, I guess, and I liked it. It's the only time I ever played it. You can play it on PS5, yeah, with like the old PSN one, but that's not quite the same, you know? I think that would sell really, really well as a remaster or a full remake. I would go full remake at this point. I would just straight up remake that game from the ground up. And it seems like a no-brainer. It would sell really well, and then they could continue it, and they have their own, basically their own Final Fantasy franchise that's just for Sony. Speaking of sympathetic people in RPGs, back to tactics, Weegriff. He deserved a redemption, unlike Algus. Man, I never beat the game, so I don't know. By the way, you got time to look at a short trailer? I'm replaying one of my childhood turn-based RPG games. What game is that? We gotta kill this Mist Dragon and murder Iridia's mom. Spoiler. Jump! You know what? I remember White Knight Chronicles. I never played it, but that was level 5, right? Level 5, good developer. Damn it. I should not have used jump on this fight. You want to see the Breath of Fire? I've heard a lot of people want the Breath of Fire series to come back. They Capcom has a pretty well-liked RPG team now too that's been doing the Monster Hunter Stories games. Those are pretty well-liked games. Seems to me like they should take the Monster Hunter Stories team and have them make a Breath of Fire game. What do you think? What I've seen of it? I always thought it looked interesting. Like I said, I like the developer, but I never played it. Missed. Tactics isn't hard if you know how to break the job system. Blind breakthroughs get wrecked. I honestly think you either use the guide or just flat out lying. Saying it's easy is just false, brah. This isn't a you're just bad at games thing. I'm bad at every game. According to Ray. They did quite a good job improving tactics over Let Us Play Together. Reborn was well done, and the added difficulty challenged you. I saw that Metal Gear Solid 4 is finally coming to PC. I'm extremely happy. I freaked out about it. I think I was watching that, wherever they announced it, wasn't I watching that? I think I streamed the thing where they announced that, and I kind of lost my shit. I was so happy when that got announced. I love Metal Gear Solid 4. That's not my favorite Metal Gear Solid. Don't get me wrong. It's my favorite. Metal Gear Solid 2 is literally my favorite game. That's my favorite Metal Gear Solid, but I do love 4. And I have been mad it's stuck on PS3. In fact, 4 is only maybe my third favorite Metal Gear Solid at best. My favorites are 2 and then 1. Then it's kind of a close call between 3 and 4. Man, this stupid Mist Dragon has a lot of health. Would you die, please? Maybe they expected me to gain a couple of levels and not run straight to the boss. There it goes. A lot of dudes gonna cave in at those one scenes. Oh, you mean like cry? Yeah, I'm actually nervous to stream that game because every time I've played it before, I cried like a baby at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4. That game is emotionally draining. 1 is my favorite for sure, 2's up there, maybe my second. Can't decide if I like 3 or 4 more. 4 depresses me, but it's so good. Yeah. Oh, the sexy scenes. Yeah, those girls. The ending of 4 is why 5 should have never been made. I don't necessarily agree. I don't have a problem with 5 existing. And the era they chose to set 5 in is interesting. But, like, it's just that they didn't finish it. It's just that 5 felt unfinished. It felt like the story was half-baked and it needed 30 more minutes of cutscenes throughout the game to properly make it all work right or something. I don't know. It felt unfinished. I don't have a problem with the general story of 5, and I think that setting a game in that time period between 3 and or wait, no. It was after not 3, the fucking PSP one. What's it called? After Peace Walker, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name Peace Walker. Yeah, that was a good time period to set it. Because I always thought that was the biggest plot hole in Metal Gear, was how did we go from the Peace Walker big boss to the Metal Gear 1 big boss, right? Like, that needed some explanation, because those were two very different characters. They didn't quite pull it off, you know? They didn't give Homeboy enough time to finish the story. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's not hard the moment you get maintenance. Okay. It's not hard. You just have to break the game with these mechanics by knowing what you're doing. Yeah, that game, I love Metal Gear Solid 4. It's a great game. The ring is glowing. It's going to be an odd game to stream because, like, the complaint about it, that it is 90% cutscenes, is kind of true. Like, I feel like streaming that game would mostly be watching a Metal Gear Solid movie with occasional gameplay. Even though the gameplay is great when you have it, and the cutscenes are really good, it is still mostly sitting and watching cutscenes. So I understand why a lot of people don't like that game, but to me, it's great. What the? This is why he sent us here? We've destroyed the entire village. Why would he make us do this? No, mommy! The game does the thing I hate, but I give it a pass. A cutscene ends, then you go to the end of a hall, and it's your next 20-minute cut. Yeah, but the cutscenes are so good, and there's so much story to tell, and it's such a good story that I don't mind. My mom's dragon died, and because of that, my mom died too. What? I've heard of people with the power to call forth monsters. I don't know if I told you, when people used to ask my favorite movie, I would say Metal Gear Solid 4. Nice. Summoners, they're called. a long movie. That we're responsible for killing her mother by killing the... Cecil, don't say that in front of her. We're responsible for killing her mother by killing the dragon? He just says it. You killed my mom's dragon? We didn't know that would happen. So that was the king's plan, to annihilate every summoner in this village. That can't be. I'm afraid it's true. I'm also afraid we're going to have to get rid of the girl. What? That's what the king would expect. It's her or us. But she's just a child. You intend to defy the king? Of course. I refuse to carry out any more slaughter in the king's name. I knew you'd say that. Don't worry, I'm on your side. You are? I owe the king so much, but I can't disgrace the dragoons. So you'll join me? Yes, but we'll need the support of other nations if we're to oppose the mightiest kingdom in the land. And we have to get Rosa out of Baron. Thank you, Kane. Save it. This isn't for your sake. I just want to fuck your girlfriend. Before I say this, everyone knows who's Sephiroth, because I don't want to spoil nothing about the OG 7 game. I think you're probably safe to spoil the original Final Fantasy 7. Don't spoil anything about the remakes, because I haven't played those, but I think the original's old enough that you don't have to worry. I think everyone knows. No one's like, what do you mean Aerith dies? What about the girl? Yeah, the OG, I don't think you need to worry about it. We can't leave her. We'll have to take her with us. Yeah, I think 30 years is fair. It's all right, especially 30 years and one of the most famous games ever made. Everyone knows. We won't hurt you, but you're gonna have to come with us, okay? No! Anyone else always feel a little sexually confused when Rosa ages up and she's suddenly kind of sexy when you're used to her being a little girl? Come on, we have to go now. No, go away. Wait. I hate you. You killed my mom. If Sephiroth's immortal... Oh, you can pause during fights. If Sephiroth is immortal, why can he only die... What did I say? I did mean Rydia. Oh, did I say Rosa? Oh, yeah. I meant Rydia. If Sephiroth's immortal, why can he only die by one move? It doesn't make sense on the original. He's not immortal. Sephiroth's never been immortal. The fact that he only dies to that one move is purely just... cinematic reasons. I don't think that's canon that only that move can kill him. Unless I misunderstood the story, I don't believe Sephiroth's immortal. Although Safer Sephiroth, that name, Safer Sephiroth, that's pure gibberish, right? But damn, is that good gibberish. The Japanese are so good at that. That name makes no sense, but it sounds so cool. I love Safer Sephiroth. That's freaking awesome. Why are you confused? I don't believe Sephiroth's meant to be immortal. All right, murder the little girl. Kick her ass. Go away! She's just screaming, go away. There we are. I like how we started it. We attacked her first. Ugh. He's not immortal, if I'm not mistaken. Just a freak alien human combinant super soldier with the power spirit of a planet infusing him. Yeah, pretty much. It's just this simple thing. Yeah, he's not immortal. He's just strong as fuck. She's safe, thank goodness. Kane! Kane! I have to get her out of here. Kane, I pray you're alive. Alright, we're mostly through, like, the intro. We can, like, play the game properly now. Granted, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII in over a decade. I played the game 3 or 4 times, but it's been a while, so I could be remembering some stuff wrong. Let's rewatch Spirits Within. I've only ever seen Spirits Within once, and it was when it was brand new. So what, around the year 2000? So it's been around 25, 26 years since I've seen it. I'd rewatch it. I remember almost nothing about that movie, except I was disappointed. Like everyone else. That's all I remember. I didn't like it very much. Now I mostly hate it for getting, basically ending the GOAT's career over at Square Enix. Someone explain to me also what's the deal with the creature SCP and why do people make it out to be very hard to kill? Well, there's a bunch of creatures from SCP. You need to pick one. SCP is a whole... There's like hundreds of SCP creatures. Some are unkillable. Like I said, I think it's a pretty good sci-fi movie in its own right, but aside from the Gaia thing, basically just being the live stream has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. Yeah. I have to find a place to rest. Are you talking about the SCP Foundation, right? That's a whole... There isn't like an SCP monster. Or an SCP creature. There's a bunch of them. Oh, she looks very pale. Is she all right? Get her to a bed quickly. She can rest here, free of charge. Thank you. To me, the OG FF7 is the only one that exists to hell with the remakes. I have not played the remakes. I bought the first two on sale because obviously I'm going to play them, but I hate episodic games. The second they announced that they were doing it like episodic, I decided to wait to play it until the whole thing was out. So I bought, you know, Remake and Rebirth, but like, see, I got 5 minutes. I installed it just to make sure it worked. I've not played them at all. I'm going to be going in completely blind once the whole thing is actually out. I don't want to play part of the story and then just have to wait years for the next one. You know, I ain't playing that game. So I haven't played them at all yet. But I look forward to it once the whole thing's out. Hey, are you all right? My name's Cecil. What's yours? Sorry I murdered your mom and killed everyone you knew. Remake Part 1 is a 6 out of 10 at best. Remake Part 2 was Game of the Year if Balatro never happened. Dude, I hate Balatro. Balatro's so freaking lame. So boring. My name is Cecil. What's yours? I'm so sorry about your mother. I understand if you can't forgive me. Will you at least let me protect you? I'm just going to lay here and watch you. Cecil, I finally found you. Wait, I'm here in the King's orders. All summoners from Mist must be annihilated. Hand over the girl now. Not a chance. Then you shall die. We'll see about that. You know what? I think this is missable for the bestiary. I think this is the first missable thing. Let me double check. I think I have to kill the general first, because he'll run away if I kill all his little buddies first, or something like that. General will flee if you kill all the soldiers first. You can kill 2 Baron soldiers and then the general. Okay, yes. I'm glad I remembered that. Alright, we'll kill 2 of the soldiers, then the general. You got a DC from chat? It happens. But yeah, like Floyd, Final Fantasy VII is a literal masterpiece. Top 10 greatest games ever made for me. But I'm on record saying this many times. I haven't played it yet. I may hate the changes they made to the Final Fantasy VII remakes, but I'm glad they made changes because I don't like remakes that replace the original. I like that they're doing something completely different with the remakes, so it doesn't in any way make it to where people feel they don't need to play the original. The original is still its own unique thing. That makes me happy. So I would like more remakes to be done that way. I like that they're going completely wild with it. I think that's a good thing. That doesn't mean that the wild ways they went is done well, but I'm glad in general that's the way to do it, in my opinion. Metaphor is better than Rebirth. Metaphor is really, really good. Metaphor is a great game. Got him. Get wrecked, General. You think he's as powerful as people claiming him to be? That day I came in saying he would be a match. I don't know SCP that well, honestly. I have no opinion on that. I mean, no, he wouldn't be Saitama because Saitama is a gag character that wins in one punch, but I didn't like Metaphor as much as most, but it's still good. Astrobot and Shadow of the Erdtree was better than Rebirth. There was no way in hell Rebirth could have gotten Game of the Year. Erdtree doesn't count. Not DLCs aren't. I think it's stupid that it was nominated. In my opinion, DLCs aren't actually eligible for Best Game of the Year, so I would cut Erdtree out. Astrobot, maybe. I didn't play it. Astrobot looked awesome, but I don't have a PS5. That game looked really, really fun. Are you okay? Yes, don't worry about me. I won't let anyone hurt you. Promise? I promise. I'm Rydia. Rydia. Summoner Rydia has joined the party. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good action game, but not if a game wasn't originally that way. Does that make sense? Sure, I understand. I draw a huge distinction between remasters and remakes. I don't like remakes that stick too closely to the original because I feel that they work to invalidate the original and replace them as the way to play that game. I think that is a bad thing. Generally, I'm very against remakes, usually, especially of really good games, if they're done that way. Like, I hate the Silent Hill 2 remake because it tries to be a replacement for the original Silent Hill 2 while being worse in basically every way. If Final Fantasy VII tried to mostly be exactly the same as the original, but just with much, much better graphics, new cutscenes, voice acting, I would be annoyed because then it would feel like they were trying to invalidate the original Final Fantasy VII. That would bother me. The way it exists now, it doesn't in any way invalidate. In fact, from what I hear, and don't spoil anything for me, from what I hear, it's actually required to play the original Final Fantasy VII for the remakes to make sense. Because it's some sort of alternate timeline fuckery or something where you have to have played the original or a lot of it won't make sense. I think that's dope. I like that. At that point, the episodic content wouldn't be allowed for Game of the Year. No, it still would. I mean, each of the Final Fantasy VII parts is their own full game. They're not DLCs. You don't have to own Remake for Rebirth to work. I want The Mummy Returns to make a comeback. Come back as a remake for next gen. The Mummy Returns? The movie? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand. The OG is perfectly fine the way it was. Graphics and lack of voice acting and all. I mean, I agree. But they did something new with the new one. So, like, you still have to play the OG. It's almost dumb to call it a remake from what I've heard. Because it's not really a remake. It's like a sequel. Have they fixed the new Steam port of Final Fantasy VII? All set. Like, I heard that it was busted as hell, but it seemed like everything that was wrong with it would be an easy fix. I wonder if they fixed it yet. Hopefully they fix it before I get there. I can't believe Anna ran away. She and her father, Sage Tella, are very close. The video game Mummy Returns? I've not played it. So, no opinion. I remember hearing it was alright. I'm a traveling scholar. I want to go to Fabul, which lies east of Damcian, to do a little research. But some old men in the water cavern won't let me through. I want to go to the Antlion Cave east of Damcian because there's untold riches inside. Too bad only the royals are allowed in there. Hello, we rarely have visitors these days, what with all the monsters running around. There's an item in this town somewhere, and I want it. Stellar Blade was freaking sick. I don't think Stellar Blade was Game of the Year material, but I really enjoyed it. That was like a solid, like, 8 out of 10 game. Like, solid 8 out of 10 action game. But not Game of the Year material, in my opinion. I want to go to Damcian to become a dancer, but the water cavern's filled with monsters. Yeah, show me your moves. I love watching the dancers. Their stupid little 16-bit dances. I do want to play Stellar Blade again. I want to play it on hard and get the other ending. If you're gonna travel with that little girl, I reckon moving her to the back row. Oh, why? Oh, she is in the back row, idiot. Castle up north is Damcian Castle, which rules over this entire desert. I hear the Prince of Damcian is a delicate beauty with an exquisite voice. I hear he's a spoony bard. Does this version restore the one where she... Yes, that did happen. Yeah, that was the very first town, and the girl threw her dress off. It surprised me, because I'd never seen that before. So, yes. We found a girl from Barren lying unconscious just outside of town. The poor thing's come down with desert fever. She just keeps muttering the same Cecil over and over. Rosa! Rosa! Cecil! Cecil, don't die on me! You have so many games far better than Rebirth that came out in 2024. I haven't played Rebirth, so no opinion. But you also hate the original Final Fantasy VII, so, you know. There's also a magazine that was removed, but I don't know where it's normally found. To cure desert fever, you need a rare jewel called the Sand Ruby, found only in a cave where an antlion dwells. I remember the antlion being one of the harder bosses in this game. That's probably because you have that freaking crappy bard on your team at the time. You know what's crazy to, you know, these new generation of people defending Donald's AI? Donald's AI saying that if Donald didn't... Oh, are you talking about Kingdom Hearts? If Donald didn't heal you and you kept dying, you obviously are trash at it or don't know how to edit their commands. Like, it's crazy how people are defending Donald from Kingdom Hearts crappy AI. Donald's pretty retarded, yeah. Antlion isn't bad if you know its trick, but getting to it is tedious. What can I do for you? I don't really care if Rydia hits harder. Oh, cast Poisona used in battle. Hey. Wait, cast Magic Arrow? That's awesome. I never actually realized that. Yeah, keep the rod. This is Kaipo, the desert oasis. I got all the items, right? Yeah. By the way, this is the literal opposite of a speed run. This is a very slow, casual, try to get every achievement run. Antlion with no trouble. Even as a kid, didn't take me long to learn its pattern. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'll die on it, but I generally consider this a very, very easy game, and Antlion always stood out as not an easy boss. Water caverns to the northeast, but it's dangerous there. Have been sightings of 8 water serpents recently. Anna fell deeply in love with someone, but she left Kaipo because Sage Tella didn't approve. Alright, if any experts here, let me know if I'm going to miss anything missable. I need to collect every item and get everything on my bestiary. Alright, there is something missable in Fable Castle. I think that's the next time there's anything missable, according to this guide. Where I have to get the captain. Okay. Does the Pixel Remaster have the overworld acquirable summons? I don't know. If it was in the original release, it will. If it was something added in like the Game Boy release or something, then no. They didn't add anything from like later releases. It's literally just the content from the original games. So if that was in the NES version, then yeah, it'll be in here. But I don't know if it was. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know this game that well. There was a time 20 plus years ago when I knew almost all the treasure contents in the stripped down USA version, but it's been too long. Wait. All right, you are going to be using your rod. All right. That's pretty nice. I think all the times I've played this in the past, I never realized that the weapon she starts with can be used to cast that. If you haven't played it yet, you know what's funny? I am playing Mystic Quest after this. I wasn't going to. I was gonna skip it, and my boy Retro Q Gaming, who you should follow if you like old games, said he insisted that I include Mystic Quest in my playthrough. And so I will. It's after this. I'm playing through them all in release order, so Mystic Quest is right after 4. It'll be next.
There's a stairs.
What a good game. That's a great game.
There's stairs. There's no stairs on that one.
So yeah, Mystic Quest is next. I'm not excited for it. I'm not a big Mystic Quest fan personally, but I've never beat it, so. Mystic Quest, as has likely been noted, has music that deserves to be heard. Fair. Fair. According to Google, at least there are 4 rare item drops that give you summons. Interesting. Alright. So I'll need to get all those. Rydia's gaining levels very fast. I'm gonna have to go back to town to sleep in the inn to refill her mana, aren't I? I probably should. She just gained like 3 levels in one fight. But yeah, that'll be fun. So the next 2 games after this are 2. It's very, very rare that there are any Final Fantasies I've never beaten, but I've never beat Mystic Quest or 5. So the next 2 after this will both be the first time I ever beat them. It was my first RPG appearance. Refused to get me Final Fantasy 4 due to its price, so I ended up with that instead. Another level for Rydia. Yeah, we're gonna go to town and refill her mana. I didn't grow up with Mystic Quest. I may have enjoyed it. I may have liked it if I had it as a kid, but I didn't. I never tried it until I was like an adult, and I was not impressed. I'll just leave it at that. One more. All right, we'll get her 1 more level before we move on. Oops. Since she's so close. Bare bones, the good old-fashioned, but I'm sure it'll be fun to stream. You know, if the game is not engaging enough, I'll just talk to chat, and that'll keep me more engaged. I'm not, because, you know, 4 is not one of my favorite Final Fantasies either. I like it. I've beaten it multiple times, but it's not one of my favorites. That's why I'm paying a little less attention to the story than usual and chatting more than usual. Mystic Quest at the very least had a banging soundtrack, plus the final boss with a hidden super weakness, huh? My second was Paladin's Quest? Paladin's Quest? I don't think I know that. On the SNES? $50 gil, kind of pricey. Oh, let's swap to the arranged music for a bit. We've been doing the classic. Paladin's Quest was super annoying. That and Secret of the Stars. Didn't play either. I'm suddenly reminded of no spoiler side streamer I saw play this once who wandered all around the border of this desert for like an hour getting frustrated or finally checking the middle. That's funny. I am very much... If I had never played this before, I might be no spoilers guy. But I've played this game several times. Super weakness I found out myself. I remember my mouth hanging open when I saw the damage. Well, this is way different. Usually it's not that different. Well, that's kind of nice. Ooh, I might like arrange more in this game. That's pretty good. Let's see how the world map music sounds in arrange. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Heavy emphasis on like woodwind instruments in this arranged soundtrack. That sounds like clarinet or something, right? Is that clarinet, you think? That sort of main instrument there? That's a flute. Pretty good. Let's hear the battle theme. Might be an oboe. Oh, you might be right. That's pretty moody. Yeah, I think I like the arranged music more in this game. Oboe sound nosy and clarinet throaty. No idea if that makes sense. Memory serves in particular the way Paladin's Quest handles recruitable companions. It's icky. Yeah, I have never played that one. Wow, there's a lot of chests in this cave. Okay, we gotta look out for a lot. Oh, hey, what up, Tella? Could that be? It is! That dark sword! Dark Knight, I need your assistance. What's wrong? I must get to Damsian to rescue my daughter. She was deceived by a wicked bard. We must hurry, for I sense an ill omen. You must be Sage Tella. Indeed I am. That girl, she's a summoner. Perfect, she can help too. A giant monster lurks in the lake ahead. The devil even withstands magic. We can defeat it if we work together, and then I can finally be on my way. We need to reach Damsian as well. Then let us make haste. One thing I don't love about this game is the way that your party constantly changes. Constantly. Couple of companions that are annoying way to get him. How spoony is this wicked bard? He's very spoony. Wait. How do I get down there? Ah, there. Okay. All right, Tella. Wait, what item are you using? Can yours... You got Poisona. Okay, so I guess you can just smack shit. Tella doesn't have enough MP. I've got to, like, save it for the boss. Good job, Radia. Want to know minor elemental weakness info? Sure. Not for me. Their equipment couldn't be changed, upgraded, so they inevitably get replaced. A remaster of the game would be wonderful. I'll look into it, although, like, most of what you guys are saying about this game is not selling me on it. It seems like I'm seeing more negatives about Paladin Quest than positives. This friggin' thing. Yeah, retreat. Get out of here. Wait, I wonder if I need to kill one of those to get it in my... I was just, like, trying to chase it away. I should kill one of those just in case it's not in my bestiary from last time I played this. I wonder if there's any hidden chests down here. Its main selling point for Paladin's Quest was basically all the pastel-styled graphics. Fish are usually weak to lightning. Yeah, water creatures are usually weak to lightning. Other than that's kind of boring, kind of annoying to play standard JRPG. That's not getting me that interested, yeah. The water bug. Yeah, I'm guessing the water bug's worth good experience. I will use magic on it if I... Aha! Yeah, I knew it. There's always something behind the waterfall. Old video game standby. If there's a waterfall, you freaking try to walk through that waterfall. Alright. Paladin Quest is a couple nice songs. Best I can think to say. That's how I feel about Quest 64. One of the legitimately worst RPGs of all time. That game is a piece of shit. But like the main theme song that plays through 99% of the game, it's a good catchy song. I mean, it gets old after a few hours, but it's a good song. I'd still recommend Paladin Quest, solid RPG. How many, alright, we didn't even get half the chests yet, but maybe in the lower level. Damn it, give me another one of those amoeba-looking things. I gotta make sure I killed one. Not as boring as Beyond the Beyond or PlayStation 1. I think they rushed that out so they could finally say, we have an RPG too. That sounds really familiar. I've never played it, but the name is very familiar. More strength, noise. May have been Enix. Probably. I miss the days when they were separate from Squaresoft. Kind of sucks that like the two greatest JRPG makers combined into one company. I can tell you, I bet you if Enix was still their own company, it wouldn't take a freaking decade for a new Dragon Quest to come out. Where the hell is Dragon Quest 12, man? Ridiculous. I wonder which way is the right way. We gotta check both. Oh, I can't go through here. Okay. Although, hey, there we are. To be fair, they have been releasing mostly very good remakes. Damn it! That guy's a lot of health. Would you prefer they had named the DQ Builders games in the main numbered sequence? No, definitely not. Builders games are definitely not mainline. Before Dragon Quest 12, I think they should remake all of the earlier ones. That's wild. Remake all of them. I mean, hell, they're a third of the way there. They've literally remade 4 of them now since 11, but that's a lot of remakes. Granted, I'm good with them continuing with the remakes. I've been liking them, but that's a lot of remakes. No, don't retreat. Damn it. I was about to have everyone go after him at once. I shouldn't have waited. All right, whatever. Asshole. I'm sure people will. All the remakes have been selling well. I know a lot of fans of the original Dragon Quest VII, which, yeah, apparently some do exist. Who knew? Don't like Reimagined because they cut a lot of content out. I understand that feel being upset there, but I don't really like the original 7, so I'm kind of okay with it. Yay, we got him. All right, now we can go back to what we were doing. It must be noted, many people are irritated Squeenix named Final Fantasy MMOs and the main numeric. And I'm one of them. And I like both MMOs. And in fact, Final Fantasy 11 is my favorite MMO. I still don't think it should be a numbered. I still think it should have been called Final Fantasy Online or something. I don't think it should be a numbered title. Like, I'm not gonna play the MMOs in my Final Fantasy marathon. Who's got time for that shit? Like, so I'm playing every Final Fantasy, but I'm literally skipping 2 that are technically mainline, 11 and 14. I'm playing 11 as we speak. It's a great game. I'm not saying it's not an incredible game, but it shouldn't be a numbered title. It should be called Final Fantasy Online. Or, you know, something like that. Great game. Really great game. I'll never play 11 and almost certainly never 14 due to it. I hate it. Yeah, it annoys me that they are numbered titles, but I think 11 is the greatest MMO ever made. I think Final Fantasy 11 rules. I love it. We'll rest here. This magic field repels all monsters. You can save and use a tent or cottage in here. The only way I'll forgive them for making it numbered if they ever do a single player Final Fantasy 11 remake, which they absolutely could do. Absolutely, they could do it. It would be a big project, but I think it would pay off. I think they should make. I mean, they basically have. It's basically already a single player game that you have to pay a subscription for, right? Because you got NPCs that you can play with. You can play the whole game solo. They need to release an offline version of it, and then I'll be okay with it being numbered. Because it's got a great story, a great world, great mechanics, fantastic game. Let's use my tent to rest and prepare for the upcoming battle. I don't think you could ever do that with 14. I don't think a 14 offline could ever work, sadly. But I think you could make a single-player 11. They announced a single-player offline remake of 11. I didn't even know they ever announced that. I mean, they made Dragon Quest X offline. I know a lot of people hate it. It's not considered that good, but they did it with Dragon Quest X. Although, for some reason, they didn't bring the offline version to the West either. You just can't officially play Dragon Quest X in the West. Which is another really good MMO, to be honest. It's a good game. The girl is asleep already. She must have been exhausted. Who is she? A summoner from the Village of Mist. She holds great potential. With proper training, she'll be able to master many spells. Look at her, so sweet and innocent. She reminds me of Anna at that age. Who's Anna? My daughter. She eloped with a bard to Damcyan because I didn't consent to their union. But yeah, I might be more excited if they announced like a AAA single player remake of Final Fantasy 11 than I would be for like a Final Fantasy 17. More people that don't want to play MMOs need to experience that world. It's so good. It's so good. It was going to be PC and mobile, but they canceled it entirely anyway. That sucks. I mean, it's a massive game, so maybe they just got intimidated by the sheer scale of it, but still. Tell me, what business have you in Damcyan? Disappointed the added content for the first 6 Final Fantasies are missing in the remaster. I'm not. I'm kind of glad I think that the point of the Pixel remasters was to give us like modern versions of the original games, and that's what they did. They gave us the original games in graphics that are similar to the original, true to the original while being kind of updated, and it's just the content from the original games. I think it was the exact right way to do it. Tell me, what business have you in Damcyan? A friend of mine's been struck down by desert fever. Ah, you seek the sand ruby. It won't be easy to obtain. But first, there's a small matter of a vicious monster that needs taking care of. A frightful creature it is, with 8 enormous tentacles. We must kill it and reach Damcyan. Before it's too late. Too late for what? I don't know. I only pray my instincts are wrong. Tella's kind of a Chad. I like Tella. Magical field allows you to use tents and cottages. You can also save. I forgot we got a free full heal in this dungeon. But I have heard a lot of people have that same complaint, Floyd. I'm okay with it. Because the point of these was, you know, like, good modern versions of the original games. The fewer changes from the actual original releases, the better. As long as I live, I will not play any MMOs, which that's totally fair. That's totally fair. I like MMOs, but they are so time consuming that it's not reasonable to expect a lot of people to play them. It's just a shame that so many people, especially Final Fantasy fans, will never experience the amazing game that is Final Fantasy XI. Cast Blizzard in battle. Nice. Played RuneScape. I never liked RuneScape. I found RuneScape really dull. There's not enough to it for me. 8 more chests still. I hope they're downstairs because I missed them up here. Oh wait, Rydia, you now are going to use your ice rod. There you go. It sucks here. It's probably gonna suck on the friggin' boss, isn't it? Maybe I should stick her with her first thing. Phantasy Star Online gang. I do like Phantasy Star Online a lot. I'm a big fan of that game. That game has great fan servers too. That's not really an MMO though. Maybe Phantasy Star Universe is. I don't know. I never played it. But the original Phantasy Star Online, not really an MMO. It's more like Monster Hunter. Like, you can just group up with a couple of bros and go on missions together. This was my favorite numbered Final Fantasy until I played 5, sometime after I played 8. Really? I find it a low tier. I like it, but I consider it in the bottom half of Final Fantasy games, personally. Rydia learned Poison, nice. Oh, I don't know where 4 would land. Like, I know that my top 4 Final Fantasies are like 9's my favorite. That may be relevant. It's your first one. Fair enough. The first one I beat was 7. 9's my favorite. Then probably 7. Then probably 10. Then probably 8. What about after 8? After 8, I might go 3. After 3, I might go 1. As wild as that is. I really like Final Fantasy 1. Then maybe 12. Yeah, no, 4 ranks pretty damn low for me. 4 ranks very low. Doesn't mean it's not good, because I like every Final Fantasy. It's my favorite game franchise, but 4 is not one of my favorites. This is one of my faves. What up, B90? It's annoying it dictates your party comp the whole way through. Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like. I really like some stuff about it. I like how hard they went on the story. You know, because, you know, later Final Fantasy became known for great storytelling, right? This was largely the start of that, although really 2 was the start of that. And a hot take, I actually like the story in 2 more than the story in 4. Oh, thought that looked sussy. But in a lot of ways, 4 was just like practice for 6, right? Like 4 walked so 6 could run, you know? People say the same thing about 5 compared to 3, though, and I like 3 more than 5. Hey, don't turn Riddy into a toad, you son of a bitch. Oh, she can still use Blizzard. Well, who cares then? She can stay a toad. Feathered cap? Don't mind if I do. Is that better than what I'm using? No. Could someone make Riddy a human again? God, I'm just gonna have a frog on my team for a while. I like that the frog has like a special casting animation. Like jumps up and raises its hands in the air. Like it just don't care. Do I have a Maiden's Kiss? I do, I have 2. Alright. Did I get all the chests? Yeah, 4 more chests. Is either caster? Oh, you know what? I didn't check. Maybe Tella does. I don't think Rydia does, but Tella might. I just been trying to save Tella's mana for the boss fight, mostly. No. Nope, no one has Toad. Three of the 4 remaining chests are in here. Oh, don't turn me into friggin' frog, please. Be cool. Be cool. If you're gonna turn someone into a frog, just don't do Cecil. Don't do Cecil. Alright. I would just leave Rydia, Tella if they turn into a toad, but Cure if it's Cecil. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Since I had 2 Maiden's Kisses, I did it. But if I can't use the last one in case Cecil gets changed. Oh, I just got another, so never mind, we're good. Those guys drop Maiden's Kisses. Ooh, alligator. Ooh, alligators are weak to Blizzard, it looks like. Nice. You want to go up? Yeah. That's cool background. Look at that, what do they call that? Parallax scrolling? Some good old-fashioned parallax scrolling there. Whoa, really? Them killer fish are kind of tough. Shadow Blade! Aw, yeah. How good is it? Ooh, pretty good upgrade. Pretty good upgrade. Dark Knight is a cool class, but I feel like this way leads outside. The monster lies in the cave beyond. Use a tent outside if you must. Okay, we got every chest. I feel like they never quite, man, like, locked in the, what's the word I'm looking for? Balancing for the Dark Knight. Like, it's cool, but it never seems that good. Like, why would you ever pick a Dark Knight over, like, a Paladin, or even a straight Knight that's gonna be, like, tankier? You get a little more damage, but you're a lot less tanky. Like, your own attacks cause health damage to you. I don't know. Do I need to use a tent? Not really. I'll just use a potion. Save. There are 4 chests in here. He's down there. Whee! Why Cecil need a simping girl to cover his arse? Hey, we're a pro Rosa stream here. We like Rosa. Original English release Dark Knight didn't have any special ability. Does it in the Pixel Remaster? If it does, I haven't used it, but I'm used to thinking that it, you know, uses that like darkness ability or whatever. Oh, I do have darkness. I just don't like it, so I never use it. I think darkness sucks. I don't want to take damage every attack just to do a little bit of extra damage. Would you run away or something? I'm gonna have to use Tella's magic to get rid of this fool, aren't I? There he goes. All right, never mind. We're good. Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Everyone knows that spoiler. I don't think you need to worry about spoiling this game. Everybody knows this game. This game's so old now. You're fine. I'm not saying it doesn't thematically have a point, but I think it's a shitty ability. Beat Mirror sees of letting him dark wave his own HP. Damn, those alligators hurt. I might throw a darkness out occasionally if you have a large group of enemies. I don't like it. I literally never use it. 2 more chests somewhere. There they are. All right. Red Moose. Oh, get him with the blizzard. Damn, blizzard sucks too. Do they have a specific weakness like fire or lightning or something? Looks like Tella's gonna have to deal with these guys. I like Edward's auto crossbow. Would darkness work on these guys? Is this like a time to use it? Let's find out. I guess we'll try fire. Fire's good. All right, we got every chest. Nice. Uh-oh. Time for some hentai. There he is. Yeah, Edgar's tools are great. Edgar's OP. I love Edgar. Watch out! Alright. Cecil, you just punch that fool. You... What does a Chocobo do? That's Chocobo. I don't even know what it does, really. And you, I think he's weak to Thunder, right? Eh. Do I have like an item that does lightning? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I found a new sword. I equipped it. Did I miss anyone terrible? No, Ray quieted down with the bad takes. Maybe he was waiting for you to come back. Excellent. He's weakening. He's trying to hentai Rydia. We gotta kill these tentacles. Get away from her. Get wrecked. Rydia learned warp. Come on, Damsians, beyond this waterfall. I did get all the chests, right? Yeah. We did it, team. Random, but Ultros at 6 is one of my favorite characters. Ultros is pretty funny. I like Ultros. Oh no. Save again, just in case. All right, I think there's another missable bestiary entry here that I need to make sure I get. Let's heal up. Let me use a tent. Should I use a tent? I have 6. Why the hell not? Let's use a tent real quick right after that place got bombed. Let's camp out for a night. I probably didn't need to do that. It'll probably let me sleep when I go inside, but what the hell? Yeah. Oh. Bleh. They stole the crystal. The bombardment was too much. Oh, I got another tent, see? Presence of octopus and royalty. Dude, this music's good. Once again, I'm really digging the arranged music. This one's sick. Is it that? It is Anna! You motherfucking spoony bard. This guy are sick. I heard they patched that and it now says this guy is sick. I hate that if they really patched that. Why would they do that? That's like the best line in all of Final Fantasy. You're that bard. Anna ran away because of you. You spoony bard. No, wait. Why you keep you spoony bard, but not keep this guy are sick? Die. Edward's weak normally, but has a latent power you would only see if you went crazy grinding. It was present even in the OG. I've heard about that, and I never will do it. Screw that. Edward sucks. Forgive me, please. Take this. Ouch. You didn't even hit him. Father, stop. False best line is, you're the best looking guy here. Dude, I love Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, Anna, I'm so glad to see you again. Father, Edward's the Prince of Damsian. Forgive me for running away, but Edward and I are in love. Come to me if you have women problems. Still, I knew I couldn't find happiness without your consent. I was on my way home when we were attacked by Baron's Red Wings and their commander, Golbez. I've never heard of Golbez before. Who's he? I don't know. All I know is that his strength was beyond words. But why did they attack Damsian? It's enjoyable using him in other versions and games. You would see his pure strength without grinding. Yeah. They wanted the crystal and they spared no one to get it. My mother, my father, even Anna shielded me from their arrows. You love him enough to give up your own life? Father, forgive me. Edward, I love you. Anna. Anna, Anna. Damn you, Golbez. Who is that monster anyway? What do you know about him? I hear he arrived in Baron one day and became the new leader of the Red Wings. He leads them in their mission to plunder the crystals. Stop sniveling. That will not bring Anna back. Golbez of Baron, I'll take his life with my own 2 hands. Tell us such a Chad. Tell her, wait, you can't possibly go alone. The fuck out of my way. I'll kill Golbez on my own. I don't need your help. I don't need anyone's help. Tella's left the party. Anna, wah. God, get over it, dude. Stop crying. You're a grown-up. You're not supposed to cry. I lost my mom, but I'm not gonna cry anymore. Rydia. I don't care. Leave me alone. Well, I like the arranged music. I go with the original music. Only that version makes me feel nostalgia. Probably because I'm not that nostalgic for Final Fantasy IV specifically. I did play it as a kid. Not like way back on the SNES, but I played it on the Game Boy Advance when I was pretty young. But it's not, I'm not that attached to it. I think it's just okay. I'm staying here with Anna. I will never leave her side. Quit being a bitch. That's enough. You're now the rightful ruler of Damsian, so start acting like it. You owe it to your people, and you owe it to Anna. Your Majesty, my name is Cecil, and I need your help. Final Fantasy IV Cid is best Cid. False! Final Fantasy VII Cid is best Cid. Literally my favorite character in that game. Why should I help you? My friend is in Kaipo suffering from desert fever. I need to get the Sand Ruby to save. Also, Final Fantasy IX Cid is pretty damn high tier. That's a great Cid, too. I need to get the Sand Ruby to save her. And 16. Avoiding spoilers, I really like Cid in 16 as well. Can you help me? What's her name? Rosa. She's very dear to you, isn't she? Like Anna was to me. You can find the Sand Ruby in the Antlion Cave, which lies to the east. The ruby forms from that fluid that the antlion secretes when it lays eggs. We can cross the shallows in my hovercraft to reach the cave. After we acquire the sand ruby, we can cross the shallows once more to Kaipo. Let us be on our way. Ford does have a good Sid. I'm not bad-mouthing him. It's almost a shame he doesn't stay dead, because if he stayed dead after, like, the trick pretending he's dead, if he stayed dead, he would have the most Chadley death in all of Final Fantasy. I'm gonna jump off of an airship and blow myself up in midair to close this hole. Like, he would have the Chadliest death ever, but they brought him back because they were afraid to really kill people in this game. He's too cool to die. The problem is he's not very good. Like, he's not bad, because this game's not that hard, so, like, everyone's viable, but Sid's not very good. He's kind of a weaker party member. Is this the right place? I think it is. He detonated that explosion while falling. Death showed up behind him and was like, nah. It is great, and that's one of my problems with this game. All of the fake deaths are annoying. Like, it gets to the point where it's like they're meaningless because you know that person's not staying dead because they pretend everyone dies in this game. What heal? Yeah, just constantly heal, bro. That's your job, and you can just use your item. Even the dead ones show up at the end anyway. Yeah. I don't like that about this game. Ooh. To be fair, Final Fantasy III kinda did it too, but not as bad. This game's like infamous for it, and for good reason. Infamous for fake deaths. If we're talking story-wise, Final Fantasy VI Sid made me react emotionally the most. Fuck, I don't, is Sid... Sid's the guy that owns the airship, right? Or is that in 6? Is he the gambling guy? I don't remember which one is Sid in 6. I don't know 6 that well either. He's not the gambler, is he? No, that's, I can't remember which one is Sid in 6. That's Setzer. Okay, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I've played all the way through 6 once, many years ago, and I didn't actually beat it because I kind of soft-locked myself in the final dungeon. Banana suit wearing Magitek Fact. I don't even remember that character, so yeah, I don't know 6 that well. So it'll be fun to play all the way through 6, because it's just one that I know the least. Don't count it as one I haven't beat, because I got so close to the ending, I kind of, like, feel like I sort of beat it. Like, I literally got to the final dungeon. I just didn't know at the time that you had to use every character in the final dungeon, so I only had, like, my 4 or 5 guys that I used the most leveled up, and everyone else was, like, super low level. And so it made me build like 3 teams, and I had to use everyone, and they were all incredibly underleveled, and it was just fucking impossible. So I never beat the game. Plus, I had a save, like my only save was in the dungeon, so I couldn't even leave the dungeon to go grind. Like, I had to stay in the dungeon because I saved myself into it. It was bad. There's a moment in the Pixel Remaster of 6 that made me hate everything, but maybe you'll feel differently. So yeah, I know now when I go back to 6, I have to use every character and keep them all geared up and leveled at least a bit, and I'll actually beat it this time. So I'm looking forward to getting back to 6. And then I'm going to lose my freaking mind when I finally finish 6, because we get to the Golden Age, the PS1 Golden Age of Final Fantasy, which holds like several of my favorite games ever made. I'm going to be so happy when we get there. There are... Man, this game has a lot of chests. Like, there are chests everywhere in the dungeons in this game. Wait, which one's the right way, I wonder? You did miss stuff in Damsian, you know, but it's not like, I can go back there, right? Like, it's not missable, really, is my understanding. I want to get stuff everywhere, but I'm only super concerned if it's permanently missable. But I'll go back right after this. Yeah, you can go back. Wait. Oh, I can't go there from here. That's why I didn't. All right. Rydia, hey, now I have Toad. It's such a waste of time to level right now. Literally none of these people... like, Rydia, her level updates after her time skip, right? I'm gonna become a paladin and lose all my levels anyway, and who gives a fuck about Edward? Like, I might as well just get through here. Ah, fresh harp for you, pal. Get more damage, but I'm basically just gonna have you healing anyway. Although, you know, in 3, I played around with the Bard in 3 this time through, and it was actually pretty good. I never really have used Bard in Final Fantasy 3 before. The problem was I just couldn't keep my Bard alive. He was so insanely squishy. If I'd been able to keep him alive, it was a really strong class. I am looking forward to really experimenting with the job system in FF5, because like I said, I've never beat it before. I always lose interest and drop Final Fantasy V partway through. I'm gonna actually finish it on stream for the first time ever. Although we have to do Mystic Quest first. Now I'm reminded of the first time I played Neverwinter Nights 1 and completely misunderstood what D&D refers to as a bard. 5 jobs is really well implemented, if I remember. That's what I've heard. A lot of people say it's just a way better than Final Fantasy III's job system. It's not the job system that I ever had a problem with when I tried to play it before. It's just the game itself. I found the characters and the story unappealing. Like, it's too goofy. I got used to Final Fantasy somewhat taking itself seriously and telling, like, stories that I cared about, and Final Fantasy V just threw that out the window and are just like, we're just on a silly adventure, and, like, I don't know, I don't feel it when I play it. I didn't like the implementation of jobs in Metaphor. It was one of your biggest criticisms. What did you not like about it? I liked it. I have not heard that, criticism before. I'd be interested to see here what you didn't like. Dude, Dude, I'm so freaking happy that the remaster of Bravely Default got a PC release. Speaking of job systems, I'm so happy. I bought it the second I saw it was up, and I'll be playing it as soon as I'm done streaming. I'll be playing it the rest of my weekend. I'm so excited to jump into that. It made the characters feel too samey, and they had horrible balance. I mean, I haven't beat Metaphor. Maybe I didn't get far enough for to get that feeling. But as far as I played, which is fairly far, I did not get that same feeling. But that's always a risk with job-focused games, right? Anyone can do any job, so of course they feel a little samey. Wait, not enough what? Restoration items? Wait. Heal uses items? I was wasting items? What? What is this crap? I thought it was... He used all my potions? I didn't know he was doing that. What a freaking terrible ability. I hate you, you spoony bard. I thought that was like prey. He was wasting my items and I had no idea. God, I hate Edward. Dude. I did not realize he was wasting all my items. As a kid, I remember scratching my head as far as the story. Very bizarre. You mean in Final Fantasy V? Yeah. It's just barely there. The main bad guy is like a farce. Like he's funny rather than intimidating. Exdeath sucks, dude. Like, would anyone disagree that Exdeath is just like objectively the worst villain in all of Final Fantasy? Exdeath sucks. He's just a sentient tree that's like silly. Jaws says it was definitely fun, made me want to grind even more, and I'm talking about Final Fantasy V, yeah. Want to know how to make Antlion easier? Sure, like I said, I don't mind spoilers in this game. I've beaten it like 3 times before. This is far from my first time. This is where the Antlion lays its eggs. Do you mean the eye? Are you just going to tell me the eye color trick? Because I'm aware, I know that, but I don't know if it is like a special weakness or something. I barely played 5, not even enough to remember its main villain. It's well, he's not memorable. He has a cool name. The best thing about 5's villain is he's a cool name. Exdeath is a cool name. But he's literally just a sentient tree, and he's like goofy as hell. I like the goofiness of 5, but I think the criticism's legit. It's okay. Antlions are quite tame. They don't attack people. Here, I'll demonstrate by taking the sand ruby like so. Exdeath definitely gave me a reason to hate him. He had that at least. He's a mistranslation of Exodus. That is a cooler villain name. That's like Ultima, right? Ultima 5? Is 5 the one where Exodus is the villain? Exodus is a cooler name. R3? Is 3 the one with Exodus? I thought it was after. I thought it was after the. No, you're right. You're right. Because Exodus was this child of the villains from the first 2 games. You're right. I was thinking that it was after the Avatar, but no, it was Ultima 3. Is it really? This is news to me. I thought it was straight up Exodus. Same. I had never heard that, but it makes sense that it would be a mistranslation of Exodus. I can see it. Come on, we have to help him. Are you talking about that he killed the old man? I guess. He kind of sucks other than that. Oh wait, is White Eyes where you use physical or magic? Okay, White Eyes means magic. I don't know what he's weak to. Let's try Thunder. No, not that! I hit the wrong button. How do I skip a guy to the next person? What does singing do? Nothing. Eye color was not a thing. Oh, so is that not in this? Was that only the remake? Was that the 3D remake? I confused the two because I played both. I confuse them. I heard that. No idea if it's true. I have no knowledge of Japanese to verify myself. What about darkness? Does that count as magic? Okay, so I can use darkness. This asshole. Now we have nothing left to heal with. I'm not gonna use like an X potion on this guy. You can throw like an Antarctic wind at him. No, not okay, or hide. I forgot he could hide. Literally, his ability is go be a coward. Is Blizzard better than Thunder? Yeah, Blizzard's better. I don't think... And we'll try Braum Fragment. I doubt it'll be very good. Oh, fire's decent on him, actually. They gave him enough health. The enemies have a lot of health in this game. Kind of annoying. Does he? I think he does counter the harp as well. Even though it feels kind of like he shouldn't. There we go. We got the Sand Ruby. Now I'm doubting myself. I thought he countered anything except summons. I don't know. I was thinking of the 3D version where if his eyes are red, you have to use physical and he counters magic. And if his eyes are white, you have to use magic and he counters physical. I didn't realize that wasn't in the original. How could this happen? They've always been totally harmless. Chocobo was my suggestion, but it worked out fine. Monsters are growing in number of late, and their behavior is changing as well. I can't help but feel this is some kind of sign. Come on, let's go cure Rosa. Right, let's go. We gotta get my GF. Yeah, and that's in the 3D. The 3D remake is really good. If it wasn't for like some obnoxious frame rate issues, it would be, in my opinion, the best version of this game. But it has this issue where the frame rate in combat, this is only in combat, but in combat the frame rate is tied to the physics of the game, and since it was originally a DS game, it's tied to like 12 or 15 frames per second or something. Like, it's absurdly slow. It's tied to like an absurdly slow frame rate, and it's stuck like that even on like a modern PC. Like, there's no way to raise the frame rate of the combat without completely ruining the physics of the game, so everything's fast motion. It sucks. That alone ruins the game for me, and it keeps the 3DS version from being, or the DS version from being my favorite. Other than that, it's great. All of everything's improved. The game's harder. The characters are better. The cutscenes are better. I think everything about the 3D remake is better, but that ruins it. I hate that. So as things stand, maybe like the PSP or Game Boy Advance version might be the best version of 4. I don't know. So are they weak to thunder because they're yellow? Do I end up winning them with like their own color? Is that what it is? I don't remember the secret of these fools. God, stop it! Just die! Yeah, hit him with their own color. Okay. It's unfortunate her elite summons don't scale well later on, except Mist. Rydia gaining all these levels. Right as Rydia's getting good, we're gonna lose her. I hate that about this game. Oh, you're starting to like this character? Time for them to leave for the next 4 hours. I got all the chests here, right? I did. All right, let's go back to Edward's castle and get the stuff we missed there. Oh yeah, I missed a shitload here. 3 items and 9 chests. Okay, we gotta explore quite a bit. I must never even checked when I was here. Dude, this place, I really like the arranged music for this area. This is great. It's so moody. This part with like the choir almost sounds like something from Nier, which is high praise because Nier literally has the best soundtrack of any game ever made. Oh. We're the only survivors of Baron's attack. Perhaps we should withdraw the kite bow. If only we had a hovercraft to get us across the shallows to the west. I ain't sharing mine. I had planned to head across Mount Hobbs, the Fabul, but the trail is blocked by a thick wall of ice. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Hidden, like, trick walls are more well hidden in this one. In Final Fantasy 3, you can usually see, like, the textures or something's a little bit different. It's not gonna test every wall in this one. Where am I missing all these chests, dude? I'm missing a whole treasury or something somewhere. Was there another... Oh! Oh! how do I get over there? Can I walk around the side? Or will I exit? Aha! Sneaky. Hello. My eyes, I can't see who goes there. Don't let them take the treasure. Yeah, I'm gonna steal that treasure. Get out of here. How do I get in there? Oh. Aha. Crossbow, feathered cap, ruby ring. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Remember Dragon Warrior 1, Stones of Sunlight? Dude, for me, the ultimate version of the Dragon Quest games are the new remakes for the first 3 at least. But I did, because I just grabbed a bunch of emulation stuff. I did grab the first 4 Dragon Warriors for the actual NES, which I didn't even know all of those even came out in the West. I don't know if these are fan translations, but they had Dragon Warrior 1 through 4. I actually did not know 3 and 4 came out in the West. That was news to me, but I grabbed them all. I've never played the original version. I've played the original Dragon Warrior 1. I've never played the actual NES original of 2, 3, or 4, so I might play those. Probably not on stream. It'd probably be off stream. But I've never played these ones. That sounds kind of fun. I'm gonna do that. 5, 6, no. Yeah. I was just interested to see that. I didn't know. I was a Final Fantasy kid. I didn't really I was aware of Dragon Warrior, but I never really played it as a child. I tried it later. I think the first version of Dragon Quest 1 I ever played was like the Android phone release. I played Dragon Quest 1 and 2 on my phone, which I hate playing games on my phone, but if that's the only way to play a good game, I'll do it. And at the time, that was the only way I had to play the original Dragon Quest. So I beat most of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 while sitting on the toilet, of course. Alright, we got the stuff we missed here. Feels good. And I never played Dragon Quest 3 until the HD 2D remake, and now that is unquestionably one of my favorite RPGs ever made. That game is so freaking good. Dragon Quest 3 is so good. The first time I played some of these old Final Fantasies were on mobile in the back of my composition class or in between classes at community college. I know it's true for 1 and 2. My first Final Fantasy was 7 on the PS1, and I did fall in love with it immediately, but I've gone back and I just love the whole series since then. Like then I played 1 and 2, although I don't think I beat 2. I played 1 on the PS1 release. It was probably my first experience with Final Fantasy 1. Fortunately, I was unaware RPGs existed in the NES era. I just played Mario Brothers, Ghouls and Ghosts, nice. Zelda. It wasn't until the SNES before I noticed. Yeah, that's the case, I think, for a lot of Westerners. I'll always remember back in '90, after Mom and Dad got divorced, my siblings and I worked together to beat Final Fantasy 1. Sucks that memory's tied to the divorce of your parents, but I bet that's a cool memory. Working with your brother and sister or siblings to beat that game. My brother used to like RPGs. Now whenever he shows up in chat, which he hasn't even been here today, he just bitches about me playing old games. The divorce was a good thing. Oh, okay. Well, good then. Rosa, I brought you medicine. Stuck on this rock I grabbed. It's made from antlion secretions. Rosa is exposed to the light of the sand ruby. Oh. Cecil, you're alive. Thank goodness. As a 9-year-old, my dad brought home a brand new Nintendo with the first Mario Brothers. Yeah, I grew up with an NES, and it was incredible, and I loved Mario as much as everyone else, and I still love Mario. But you know what's weird? That's not how medical chemistry works. You know, as a kid, Mario was freaking second nature, dude. Like, the physics of it all, I could run through that entire game, like, holding down the run button the whole time, and it just felt natural. I tried to go back and play a little bit of the original Mario Brothers, and dude, it feels so floaty and terrible now. Like, I lost all of my skill. I thought it'd be like riding a bike and I would always be great at Mario. I don't think so, man. I'm gonna have to relearn old school Mario. Shane Lane says, you best enjoy my nut. I was in bed when I got home. My parents both played it. The music woke me up and I obviously didn't fall asleep that night. Yeah. How do you feel? I'm fine, but I thought I'd lost you. My dad got our NES. We had Mario, Zelda, and Rambo. One had too much inertia, probably, but it used to still be easy for me. I'll have to relearn it when I play them. We definitely had Zelda 1. We never had Zelda 2 when I was a kid. We had the first Zelda. Friday the 13th, I still love that game. I mentioned it yesterday. I think that's a good game. I like Friday the 13th on the NES. A lot of people hate it. What else am I nostalgic for that we had? We had Contra. We had Mega Man 3. Those were probably the 4 that I remember the most. I know we had more, but those were like the 4 that I most cared about as a kid, at least. Oh, and we had Mario Brothers 3. We had Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and Super Mario Brothers 3. We had the one that's the original Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and yeah, we even had the Zapper. Modern system input latency is a very real thing. True. I'm fine, but I thought I'd lost you. They told me you died in mist when the earthquake hit. I stuck with Mario and Zelda until the SNES when I branched out PlayStation and Sega Saturn. One of my favorite underrated games was Dr. Chaos. I don't know that game. I've never even heard of it. They told me you died in mist when the earthquake hit. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Rosa, who's Golbez? He's the new captain of the Red Wings, appointed by the king himself. But the king's been acting strangely. I believe Golbez is manipulating him to collect the crystals for himself. With Macidia's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! That was another one I loved and we owned as a kid. I can't forget that one. That was one of my favorites. I did beat the Mario games on the SNES, though, even lost levels. Ah, you had Super Mario All-Stars. I had that as well. I never beat Lost Levels on All-Stars, but we had it. With Macidia's Water Crystal in hand, he'll surely go after the others. The Fire Crystal of Damcian, the Wind Crystal of Fabul, and the Earth Crystal of Troya. The Fire Crystal's already fallen into his hands. Ah, let me introduce you. Edward's the Prince of Damcian. Rydia is a summoner from Mist. I wouldn't have been able to get the Sand Ruby and cure your fever without their help. Hi there. Hello, Rydia. Thank you both so much. One of my favorite NES memories, beating Iron Mike by knockout. I have never in my life actually beaten Mike Tyson. I used to be able to get to Mike Tyson. I have never beaten him. Cecil, after Damcian, Fabul must be their next target. We must... You have to rest now. Don't worry. We'll go to Fabul. Sadly, the trail to Fabul is blocked by thick ice. Rydia, can you cast fire? No! Fire is one of the most elementary of black magic spells. As a summoner, you... Star Tropics, another one we owned and I loved. Yeah. In fact, I grabbed Star Tropics 1 and 2 for my retro thing. I think I actually own a copy of Star Tropics 2 in box, which is very rare for me. Like, I have a lot of retro games, but I have very few that are still, like, great condition in box. I think Zora's Revenge, Star Tropics 2 is one of them I have in box still. We're not talking about Mr. Dream. I swear to this day, his AI is easier, even though no evidence supports that. I believe it's not. I've never played the one with Mr. Dream. I grew up with the Mike Tyson version. It's the only one I've really played. But my understanding is his AI is identical. It's literally just a visual change. And no, I couldn't beat Mike Tyson either. He would one hit Knocked me out and I couldn't figure out. Yeah, well, it's hard enough for me. I couldn't even get to him regularly. I got to him a few times ever, and I never beat him. Rosa, stop. You're in no condition to come with us. I'll be all right, really. On my honor as a white mage, I promise I won't be a burden. Rosa only wishes to be with you, Cecil. All right, we'll go together. Just make sure you get plenty of rest tonight. Thank you. That night. Oh, we get to see Edward with his little dream. Edward, I can't wait until we kick you off the party forever. I will not miss you. A whole bunch of obscure platforming games I can't remember the names of. Yeah. Anna, I miss you so much. Well, guys, I don't know if any of you are in or not in my Discord, but I am always looking for classic 8, 16, and even 32-bit game recommendations for games I may have never played before. I don't think we've named anything. Maybe Dr. Chaos is one I should look up. But, like, if you have interesting recommendations, hit up the Discord and, like, let me know there. So I don't forget. Ah! Oh, they don't have to be RPGs. I'll take whatever recommendations. Anna! You must fight, Edward! Anna, I literally am. Believe in yourself. Anna. Like, I was playing the original Ninja Gaiden on stream yesterday. It's really fun. I do take nudes. What up, Dry? I want to continue playing Ninja Gaiden because I didn't beat it. I got stuck on the last boss, but I really just wanted to go back to Final Fantasy. I didn't want to take a break from these. You have to QA them. Yeah, I need Dry to filter out the good nudes for me. My favorite NES game could be Guardian Legend. I don't think I've played that. That's kind of a generic title, so maybe I have and I forgot, but I don't think I've played that. Anna, this can't be. I must leave this world for a better place. No, don't go. I can't live without you. Bye, Edward. You mustn't let Golbez have the crystals. Fight for your people. Care for them as you did for me. Oh, we got someone else backing up the Guardian Legend recommendation. For the NES, I'll grab it. Yes, I'll do it. I'll fight. How can I stop him? I don't know what I should do. I'll play my harp at him. That'll teach him. All set. Vertical shooter meets Zelda. We need to... Ah, there we are. There we go. Rosa... Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Do that. There we are. More like vertical shooter meets Dungeon Explorer. Well, that sounds even more interesting. I like Dungeon Explorers. I was just talking to RetroQ earlier about how I wish that we could get remakes or something of the original Might and Magic games because I freaking love those games. And it's kind of hard to play the original few, to be honest. I was totally talking through that whole thing and not paying any attention to where I'm supposed to go next, and now I don't remember. Meet these nuts. Ayo. They say Fabble? Someone must have told me where Fabble is when I wasn't paying attention.
nuts.
That's a lot of nuts.
That'll be $4, baby. You want fries with that?
This guy just is like, you're like my daughter now. He doesn't tell me where to go. You? Shit. I don't remember where to go. I guess we can just run around and see where it lets us go. Oh, there was an armor shop here. One of the most blatant, well-executed Mega Man ripoff ever. Creon Conquest, aka Magical Doropi in JP, though it is kind of short. I do not want to change my name. I would say that Mega Man are some of my favorite games ever made. So yeah, I've never heard of that. I will look into that. Oh, no, none of these are good. Okay. No one tells me where to go. I guess we'll just wander around. I can't remember where to go next. I remembered precisely where to go everywhere up to here. Now I don't remember. Oh, yeah, the mountain blocked by ice. Yes. I do. Thank you. I just have bad memory. Vic Tokai made several underrated gems. Creon Conquest is one of them. Maybe over here somewhere? Aha! There we are. Okay. I can't think of any NES game I would really recommend except Fa Xanadu or Star Tropics. Love Star Tropics. I grabbed Fa Xanadu because I have heard it recommended by other people. Plus, isn't that the regular Xanadu people? Isn't that Falcom? They're like one of my favorite developers, but I've never played it before. I hear it's good. Rydia, can you try casting the fire spell? What's wrong? Give it a try. I know you can do it. No. I hate fire. Yeah, Falcom is goated as hell, dude. I love Falcom. That's right. Her village was destroyed by fire when... Rydia, you're the only one who can melt this ice. If we don't get the Fabul, more people will be in danger. Please, Rydia, it's time to be brave. Time to be brave. Please, Rydia, you must. Fire. Hell yeah, go Rydia. Rydia's learned fire. We get best character soon. Rydia, that was incredible. Hee hee. I knew you could do it. Thank you, Rydia. Alright, there are 5 chests to find on this mountain. Speaking of Dragon Slayer, you hear... Yes! I saw the announcement. They didn't really give any details yet, but it's a very exciting announcement. I'm very, very interested in what they're going to do with that. Alright. You can attack. You pray, always. Pretty much your whole job is to just pray all the time. You can use your ice rod. All right. Dude, Prey is so good. Although it fails a lot, doesn't it? If I remember right. That's the weakness of Prey. Owie. Oh god, no. Well, we win. Original English release, she did not have a Prey command. Yeah, Prey is OP. I must have her Prey all the time. Although, to be fair, like, they added some stuff, but the original English release is still a really freaking easy game. So I don't really care if they add other things to make it a little easier. Like, there was no hard version of Final Fantasy IV until the 3D remake. That's the first hard version of this game. Speaking of great NES titles, Dragon Slayer 4, the Drazel family, Legacy of the Wizard. I've not played a lot of those really old classic ones. I actually want to go back and revisit a lot of old Falcom games I've never played. Like a lot of that really early stuff was on like PC 88 and PC 98. I want to get a PC 88 and 98 emulator going and play at least the ones that have English patches. Better than Paula's version in Earthbound. Legacy of the Wizard is cool in concept, but very difficult to navigate. Prayer unanswered. I hate that. Dude, answer my prayers. Oh, God. Don't hit Rydia. All right, die, please. There you go. Rosa learned life. The Mother series is probably the next RPG series that I'm going to do after Final Fantasy. Because I'm technically working on Shin Megami Tensei still as well. I have 2 of those left. I still got to do SMT 4 Apocalypse and then 5. And then I'm going to do the Mother trilogy. Speaking of PC 98, there's a Castlevania game called Rusty that I'm sure. Yeah, I've heard of Rusty. I don't know if you ever watched the YouTube channel Basement Brothers. One of the best YouTube channels around, in my opinion. They're really good. They discussed some of those. They discussed Rusty, and it looked interesting. Man, Blizzard is worthless on this mountain, like completely worthless. I guess I should start using magic with her. Well, she'll just run out of MP pretty quick. Well, that's a lot of damage. All right. Oh, I had some of these. Not every enemy here is undead. Some of them are, though. I just don't want to waste all of my MP, you know? I don't have that much MP. Holy arrows. Oh, I should find a Rosa bow and arrow. That'll be nice. I think bow. What's going on here? That's what tents are for. True. That garb. He's one of Fabul's monks. 8 Eyes was a fun Castlevania clone for NES. Not heard of that one either. Yeah. Did I get a crossbow? You're right. I did pick up a crossbow. I forgot about that. Yeah. I like Yang. Oh, like I said, I don't mind spoilers for this game. The story in this game is mid anyway, in my opinion, and I've beaten it many times before, or several times. Good grief, that's no normal bomb. We have to help him. How mad were you that Yang didn't rejoin? Not that mad. I wish he had. That's about as far as it goes. You know what? Call me a chocobo. like Edge. I would rather trade Kane than Edge. Edge is cool. I like ninjas. Ninja characters are always cool to me. Oh god. Mom bomb. The only problem with Edge is how late he joins the party. Like, he would be totally awesome if he joined earlier. He joins so late that you don't really have time to, like, care about him as a character, you know? That's the biggest problem with Edge. Oh, nice. Prey's actually working. It's so nice when it works. Ah, damn it. Quit self-destructing, you dick. There we go. If Edge is doing subpar damage, you're throwing the wrong stuff. Lame Ninja became a Iridia simp, couldn't match Kane for raw damage, and had lower defense. Not in my experience, he out damages Kane. Yeah, I remember him routinely doing more physical damage than Kane. Same here. Yeah, I remember Kane. It's been a little while since I played this, but I remember Edge being pretty good late game. And as for him being a Iridia simp, have you seen post time skip Iridia? She's a babe. Adult Iridia's hot. I'd be a simp for her too. You have my gratitude. Yang is my name. I'm the High Monk of Fabul. Oh, MJ plays. You got an L. Before I clock off, you got an L clip. What is she? Is this a cosplay? What is it a cosplay of? Like, what is that jacket? Oh my god, freaking whore. Oh, Attack on Titan, duh. Okay, yeah, I thought that seemed relatively familiar. I came here to train with my men, but all were killed by a swarm of beasts. They were Fabul's finest monks. My name is Cecil. We bring urgent news to Fabul. She's my favorite whore, though. Mine too. See ya, man. A villain named Golbez is using Baron's power to seize the world's crystals for himself. Then he covets our wind crystal as well. I coveted that wind. Dude, freaking Wind Waker ripped off Final Fantasy IV. He coveted that wind. There's no doubt he already took the crystal of Damsian with ease. Fabul may be next to fall. Then the odds are against us. The only monks left in the castle are students. They stand little chance against Baron's forces. I'd assume Golbez was behind the monster attack that killed your men. And almost killed you. Then their assault is imminent. I must go. We will go with you to Fabul. You may need our help. I'm grateful. However, this matter does not concern you. It concerns us all. You see, I am the Prince of Damsian. Rosa and I are citizens of Baron, and this girl is but one victim of our kingdom's recent attacks that I myself led. I see, then I humbly accept your assistance. Let's go, we haven't much time. Fabul lies to the east of these mountains. I'm gonna try to get, I'm trying to become a paladin today. That's gonna be my goal before I end the stream. We're gonna try to get Cecil to be a paladin, and that'll probably be a good place to end for the day. That's not much further, right? I think that's like the next major area after this mountain, I think. Like, we got the Fabul fight, and then I think I have to go learn to be a paladin. It gains equipment. Ah, weird that he wants... Oh, because his left hand's his favorite hand. Okay, yeah. We got all the chests. Might get lucky if I hit a cursed ring on Mount Hobbs as an enemy drop. Is that good? Oh, that was a lot of damage. That needle. Bruh. Bro, they're gonna start killing people. Answer my prayers. Phrase. Frey is just so unreliable. Fundamental ring can be combined with elemental resistance equipment to get absorption. Ah. All right, there is missable bestiary entries in Fable. I gotta make sure I get those. Oh, now prayer is answered when our health's almost full. Well, now I would rather get a prayer. This is so much freaking damage. Maybe I should, because they seem to counter all physical attacks. You guys are freaking annoying. Maybe Darkness will be better. They don't counter Darkness, at least. That's something. Don't you have Edward's Charm Harp? Yeah, I used it a little. Ooh, Rosalie and Pura. Nice. Where is this place? No effect. There we are. Pray works. Thank God. Damn it! Turned Edward to stone. The really good drop on Hobbs is the Lamia's Rod, or whatever you're calling it this time. Can you cure that? No. There it is. Kill the stupid cockatrice. What an annoying enemy. Alright, I need to stop having him use that. Quit missing, Edward. You suck so bad. Loser. You know what? I keep forgetting to... oh, she did get a bow. And the crossbow's better. Okay. Yeah. I should have been auto-attacking with Rosa this whole time. Her damage is probably actually decent. Alright. That was on me. Instead of spamming prey, which kind of sucks. Master Yang, the king wishes to see you. Do I want to gather? Yeah, I want to get every summon. Yeah, that's part of getting the full achievement list, which I'm going to try to do. All right, 7 chests, 3 items here. This place, am I still? Do I have to find those before I talk to the king? I might. This place gets like freaking wrecked, doesn't it? Cockatrice is one of them. And what, do I just have to kill cockatrices until I get the drop? I can do that late end game though, right? I don't have to do it now. I can come back here when I can just one-shot all of them, no problem. Who is Feels Wet? That's Feels Dry's ult. It's still dry. Buy a better claw for Yang. You know what? We'll just buy everything. Go save. Not that it's useful. None of those extra summons are. It's just, I want to get every achievement. So, how's 4 going? Oh, it's going fine. It's going fine. I like this game. I badmouth it a bit because I like other Final Fantasies more, but this is a good game. I enjoy it. I liked... This is my least favorite one so far. I like 1, 2, and 3 all more than 4. But it's still good. Oops, wrong one. I heard you were attacked at Mount Hobbs. Did you sustain any injuries? Dancer, let's see the dance. What the? Hiya. You consider one of the... A lot of people do. You're not alone in that. It's just not one of my favorites. Master Gang, I hear some bad guys are coming. I hope you beat them to a pulp. The monks to protect us will be state as long as we stay inside the castle. Move it, kid. This is the king's chamber. Oh, I could have slept in the king's bed for free and I paid for the inn? Damn. All right, 1 more item, 3 more chests. We're doing pretty good at finding everything. The infirmary's ready for anything. Naming way, I'm good. Mrs. Yang is the best character with the frying pan. Naming way is a good idea, but if a game has canonical names, I prefer just to keep the canonical names rather than change them. Where have you been? Off loafing, I'll bet. This is my wife. Darling, Cecil and his companions came to my aid on Mount Hobbs. Well, that was mighty kind of you. Hey, hun, don't you have some place you gotta be? I heard the king's waiting for you. But I gotta find all the items. Ah, damn it. It's probably... Oh, there's like a little thing over there. It's probably in here. Yang, at last you've returned. Sire, we must prepare for battle. Baron is poised to attack and steal our crystal. How do you know this? These two are citizens of Baron. They came to warn us. And the others? Sire, we haven't much time. The castle's defenses must be tightened immediately. Yang, can we trust this Dark Knight and his companions? I believe so. They risked their lives to help me. We must hurry. Please. It's an honor to see you again. Prince Edward. Sire, Baron's fleet decimated Damsian and claimed our crystal not long ago. Many died, including my parents and my beloved. Damsian's tragedy must not be repeated. I understand. Forgive my suspicions. Yang, mobilize the men for battle. Prince Edward, Dark Knight, will you help us? Of course. They've already offered to help, sire. We will join the forward guards by the main gate. In the SNES version, Cecil's Death Sword was borderline broken, got heavily nerfed on PlayStation. There's an amazing fan remix of the Fable theme, and I swear I can see a whole montage of the invasion, and part of it is a group of monsters barging in while she's in the kitchen as they lunge. She slams a Naga's head against the wall, then she stands there with blood dripping from the pan and makes a bring it motion with her hand. Yeah, I like his wife. Very well, will the mage assist our medic? Yes, sire. Fable's fate rests in your hands. May we be victorious, as you command. We will assemble at the main gate. They took my mages away. Cecil, come back safely. Rydia, take care of Rosa for me. All right, now this is a part where there's missables. I think it's the same as the last one. I have to kill the guy in the back before I kill all the guys in the front. Let me double check. The captain will flee if you kill the Baron Warriors first. You have 3 chances to get this entry in this place. Okay, so gotta kill the captain before the Baron Warriors, but that's the only missable thing here. Attack! Or at least before I kill them both. So we'll kill 1 Baron Warrior, and then... Captain. He's kind of tough, huh? Freaking Edward, you suck, dude. There we are. Now we're good. Now we can kill them in any order. Red Wings! We can't hold them back! Retreat into the castle! We're severely outnumbered. I should not have let you help. This is our fight too, and it's far from over. They're coming! You know what? Edward is so worthless with his actual attacks. I'll just have him sing instead. Maybe he'll do something useful singing. Not heal. Sing. Fall back. Isn't the throne hall just behind us? We must hold them here. The king's already retreated to safety with the women and children. It is our duty to lure the enemy away. And crush them. No effect. Damn it. They got the art right in the next game. Too bad for Edward now, though. Honestly, the Bard wasn't bad in the last game. And I mean, I only played the Pixel Remaster version of 3 and the remake. I never played the original release. But other than being too squishy, the Bard was actually really good in the Pixel Remaster of 3. The door is bolted. We can make our last stand here. Where is the crystal kept? In a vault above here. The door's been unlocked. You son of a bitch. You fool, what are you doing? He's one of them. I already got the captain. I did it the first time we saw one. So we're good now. Bard is underrated in tactics. But thank you for the reminder, Orung. I just already got him. It's kind of a cool moment. Parts like this, I think, is where Final Fantasy IV is at its strongest. Like, the sort of big set pieces is pretty cool for the time. I remember being pretty damn hyped the first time we had to defend Babel. We're outnumbered, withdraw to the vault. Edward, you retard! Get up! Boony Bard. Edward. Oh, are we gonna meet Golbez now? Kain! It's been a while. Kain, you're alive! So it would seem. We'll talk later. For now, we have some fighting to do. Indeed. Are you ready to face me, Cecil? What are you saying? Ready your sword. Kain! Ready your sword, fool. How dare you, Kain? Why do this? Save your breath. Oh god, he jumped. Cheater. What's happened to you? You ask too many questions. He jumped so fast. Shit. This is it, Cecil. Ooh. Has Golbez poisoned your mind too? Have you any final words? Stop! No! Rosa! Kain, you of all people? No, Why do you hesitate, Kain? Aw, yeah. I like Golbez's theme song. Friggin' Darth Vader. Golbez. So you're Golbez. And you must be Cecil. Never hesitate to kill, Kain. Now, see how it is done. Cecil! No! Silence! Get wrecked. Kain, get the crystal. Yes, sire. Kain, please! Rosa, no. Oh, is this woman important to you? Then I shall take her with me to raise the stakes. Until we meet again, come, Kane. Took my woman. Now I'm stuck with a little girl, and Rydia's here too. You won't be so lucky next time. Wait. Ugh. Cure. Feeling better? I thank you, Rydia. The crystal is gone. I've failed. And Rosa's gone too. So we have to go help her and get back the crystals while we're at it. She's right. We have no time for moping. Yeah, there's a whole section of game coming up that I forgot about before you become a paladin, isn't there? Don't we have to go? No, we don't go face Golbez and get back Rosa till after I become a paladin. So I think I was right. Cecil, it's our turn to assist you. But for now, let us heal our wounds. Thank you. Yeah, we're full. Golbez is pretty good, but yeah, I like Golbez. I feel like the story starts falling apart a little bit at the very end in this game. When you find out the truth about Golbez and who's really behind it all, like... I can't even remember the real villain's name, to be honest, like, because Golbez steals the show, and he's like the main villain for most of the game. The king rests in his chamber. He suffered some injuries during the attack. Speaking of losing party members, for real, this game does that too much. Demon Shield. Did I get everything? Yeah, we got everything here. I guess we'll go see the king. Get rest at the inn. We'll guard the castle. Oh, they want me to go sleep. Okay. How will we go about the rescue? To fight Golbez, we'll need an airship, but Baron's the only kingdom that has them. And we must sneak into Baron and borrow one. Baron's main force is the Red Wings, so its naval power is relatively weak. We might be able to slip in via a water route. Then we need a boat. I will ask for the king for a ship tomorrow morning. Thank you, Yang. But at least once Cecil becomes a paladin, all grinding doesn't feel completely useless, 'cause at least Cecil's not going to start over at level 1 again. By the way, who is that dragoon? Zemus, yeah, Zemus, however you pronounce it. Yeah, they did that with 9-2 with Kuja. Necron, like, Necron's even worse. Necron's clearly not even meant to be in the game. He's not even mentioned once until the fight starts, after you beat the real last boss. That's my favorite Final Fantasy game, and maybe my favorite game ever made, and I think that part's retarded. Necron should not be in the game. If they really wanted another boss fight, they should have come up with an excuse for one more Kuja fight with a new form of some kind. Necron is dumb. By the way, who is that dragoon? His name's Kane. He used to be my best friend, but he's no longer the man I knew. Perhaps you will find your answers in Baron. For now, we should rest. Till tomorrow, then. I see. I'll arrange for a ship right away. Yang, accompany Cecil and help him any way you can. Cecil, take this sword. It belonged to a dark knight who came to Fabul many years ago. Sword exudes tremendous force, but it is still a weapon of darkness. Darkness can never prevail over true evil, but I have every faith that you will slay Golbez. Receives Deathbringer. Go to the harbor to the east as soon as you're prepared. A ship awaits you there. Thanks. Golbez must be stopped. If he acquires all of the crystals, the world will be thrust into an unprecedented crisis. I'm counting on you. Didn't I get any emotional reactions to Kuja either? Not one of my favorite villains. I think Kuja's a great villain. I think Kuja's a fantastic villain, and it weakens him that they make him not the final fight. I think it's a huge mistake. 9 relied too much on out-of-place shoehorn nostalgia references, I felt, unless you're one of those people who think all Final Fantasies are in the same retroactive timeline. No, they're definitely their own timelines. But 9 I don't think that the 9 references were out of place. That was like the whole point of 9 was like back to basics. Golbez must be stopped. If he acquires all the crystals, the world will be thrust in an unprecedented crisis. I'm counting on you. You got it, Mr. King. Yeah, I think Kuja's a great villain. I'm a big fan of Kuja. I think they made a huge mistake not having him be the final boss. It was dumb. That is, though, like, it's well known, if you know anything about the making of that game, that Necron was basically a studio mandate. Like, the developers didn't... Necron was never planned. Basically, people said that the game ends a little too abruptly and it needed another final boss after Kuja. There needed to be more, so they literally just made up Necron. He was never intended to be in the game. That's why he feels so completely shoehorned in. He literally was. He was a last-minute addition, and it was a bad decision. Can we agree Kuja does not deserve those hips? I mean, he's like the ultimate life form. Who else could deserve those hips? To the east. Where to the east? Where are you hiding your little... Where's the boats? I'm not even east anymore. Where the hell is it? Up here? Oh, it was right next to it. Dude, I went too far. Oh god, what an annoying little fight. How do you guys feel about thunder? Can you focus and kick? No, it looks like you can't focus and kick. That was worthless. Have to hop off and start working on dinner until next time. Hey, all right, Floyd, it's nice talking to you. I'll be back on tomorrow if you're around. All right, now we get in the crash, right? And then I wake up in that other village and I can... Good luck, y'all. Take care of yourselves and kick some backside for me. With pleasure. Keep your chin up, Cecil. You'll get her back in no time. We'll do our best. I trust you'll look after everything in my stead. You bet. I love you, you big lunkhead. You must be Cecil. I heard you smack the hell out of those Baron lovelies. Sit back, matey, and enjoy the ride. Anchors away. Aye, aye, Captain. Such oriental dialogue. All right, now time to lose everyone. What will we do once we arrive at Baron? We have to meet Sid, Baron's chief airship engineer. He'll help us. I only hope the man you speak of is safe. Are you cold? We're shaking. Oh, you're shaking. I'm fine. It's nothing. What's going on? It's Ultros. Shiver me timbers. Holy mackerel. Bards know how to metagame. Never get on the boat. It's the ruler of the deep. No. It's Leviathan. Hey, I just killed his ass in Final Fantasy 3 and made him a summon. He was pretty good summon in that game too. Change course. Wah! Rydia! Rydia Yang! Urg! Edward! Everything's going wrong. Ugh! Where am I? Rydia, Edward, Yang. Where is everyone? For the first English, crew's freaking out. Captain says, stop that. And the crew continues freaking out. Freaking out seems like the proper response, to be honest. All right, we made it here. Maybe I should stop here. I can smell my dinner. I know it's ready. I think we'll stop here. We'll become a paladin tomorrow. This seems like pretty good for one day. Orong, thanks for hanging out, man. I hope to see you tomorrow. And I will be back with more Final Fantasy IV. And let's be real, probably as soon as I beat this game, I'll be on Final Fantasy Mystic Quest and then 5. I just like this series too much to stop. And I've never played Mystic Quest before, all the way through. And I've never played 5 more than maybe the first third of the game. All right. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Talkie, climb a mountain, more talkie. Yeah, this part takes a little, and I don't really feel like dealing with that. I feel like going and eating food. Have a good one, man.